Hello everyone. We are live. Session 16 of Echoes of the Forgotten. It's quite somber. I think we're gonna go straight into the recap. I think that's the best way to start this one. So Darian, take it away.
Last time on Echoes, the party began their outing in the great forest of Voneutia by deliberating over their situation, eventually leaving to find somewhere to rest and coming across an old campsite used by the weird druids they met earlier that day. Some minor shenanigans occurred while the party settled down to rest, but a ring of magic around the campsite kept the wild animals at bay. The next day, the party continued through the forest, and following some cart tracks they assumed were also from the same weird druids, after a while, they vanished. As Nerisian went to go scout ahead, a short way, they came across an unfortunate sight, the festering mire. He returned to the group and discussed their actions. They decided to return and follow the border between the two locations until they reached the coast and hopefully get back to Ghislaine. Unfortunately, when they returned, the mire was gone, and yet again the forest had moved them somehow. The forest around them started to become choked with webs. They heard some strange sounds ahead of them. Deciding it wasn't safe, they turned back to leave and ended up wandering directly into a trap where a satyr, currently encased in web, was struggling to get free. He called something out to the party, but giant spiders and edicaps descended from the trees to attack. They fought off the spiders, and Nerisian almost getting taken away, or paralyzed and encased in web. They spent some time recovering, and once the poison had worn off, Nerisian went to attack Chef Golardi, not trusting her and being sick and tired of his current luck. He was restrained as the satyr with them tried to stop the group from fighting, but Christine moved forward and struck Nerisian with magic that tore the life from him, leaving a partially shriveled corpse behind. And from here we continue.
As we start, in initiative order, you'll have one action to do. Christine will be last, so starting with Annex. Oh wait, I've got one little bit trade beforehand. So as you're all starting this, the limp body of Nerisian starts to slowly fall with the snares and the large metal tang as the sword or the dagger that he has clings to the ground as the vines start retracting back into the earth. Annex, what's your action?
Can I use my Dark One strain on his corpse?
Yep.
Yeah, no, I would like to use my Dark One strain on his corpse, please.
You see as Annex pulls her hand up, the final drips of blood that are left within Nerisian's shell at this point condenses into a ball, and Annex once again dons these red markings on her white pristine feathers. That's her turn. Selena.
Alright, I am going to do this. And I'm going to just dash over to Nerisian and just, grab him. And just, I'm assuming he's down on the ground at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, wings out, I just go, grab him in my arms and just, blanket my wings over him and just start rocking back and forth no, this can't be right.
Nice.
That's my turn.
Chef Galadé. You were the closest aside from Nerisian, aside from Christine. So.
Yeah, no, I got the map up. It might be best I don't say anything here, so I am just going to walk, I guess, over towards where she flew from.
Right.
Yeah.
You walk back. You see the satyr get up, starts dusting off dirt. He's got an expression, just a mixture of emotions on his face, looking at everyone, but then he stares at Christine and you recognize a little bit of anger. It's overshadowed by everything else, but you see it. Osiris?
I will walk up to Chef Galardi, right in front of her. You better be worth all this, because if you're not, I'll make sure you end up with the same fate. And I will walk away from the entire group.
Okay. Osiris goes off another tangent. another direction or tangent, and Christine, as everyone is doing these things, as nearby your sister is blanketing Nerissa in feathers, making sounds, you're staring at your hand. The world around you starts to become grey and muted, and the only thing that seems to be in colour is this hand, and with its lingering and final traces of magic that you've just cast. The sound becomes muffled, unable to hear what anyone is saying. Eventually, you're left alone with yourself and the decision that was made. Please roll on the table.
Okay. I should have actually had the table up. My bad. Sorry.
It's all good.
Wow. Okay. Of all fucking things.
I can reroll. I can reroll.
No.
No,
It's just unlikely. As your vision fades, I need a. Which one are we doing? The one that I wanted to do, or the one that we planned from the start?
I can take her in a different chat. You describe what happens, then I'll drag her down. And
Wait.
Okay, as this muting and black just starts to come, you eventually break away from the hand, disgusted in what you see, and you look around and you just see a stone table with 3 chairs, and Darian will describe the rest in a separate chat for you.
Okay, cool.
Let's go, Kim.
What a
Alrighty,
time.
what a thing. Alright, so yeah, for everyone else, you just see the Satyr get up. At this point, he's fully up. He's dusted himself off. There's emotions all over his face. And he begins to, pick up his equipment. He sees the bag that he came with, dragged in by Nerusians, where you've left it. You don't really want to keep paralyzed people with their stuff when they're lying down. It's not really helpful for anyone. And he starts limbering away. And he speaks up in a pained, "If you don't want to be spider food, I suggest you follow me." And starts making his ways. What's everyone doing?
I'll go follow the stadium.
I see no reason not to listen. I'd much rather be safe.
I'm currently up making a small shallow grave.
Okay,
I haven't heard it.
all good.
Should we perhaps wait for them?
Alright. And he breathes in. He'll use a hit die to take a short rest and heal. As it'll probably take around 30 minutes at least for Osiris to get a hole sufficient enough for what I believe is a grave. So he'll.
May I ask a question to the satyr while things are happening?
Go ahead.
So, you can suddenly speak our common tongue? I'm curious though. Why did you, cast like that?
Cast what? The vines? Stop him from killing people. Unnecessary bloodshed is.
It would have done no harm for him to have attacked me, but I appreciate it all the same, even if it wasn't for me. That is the only real question I had. I was just merely curious.
It's fine.
Can't imagine the rest of the party trust me right now, so guess I'll wait around.
As the 3 of them wait about half an hour later, a grave is being formed, and it's sufficiently deep enough for what you believe. Selena is still holding on to the body.
At this point, she's been muttering something that sounds like prayers from anyone who's close enough to hear it.
When I'm done, I'll come back over to Celine. You can help me, or you can just let me do it.
I'm not done yet. I need to keep going. I need to keep going so I can bring him back.
We can't stay here.
But I can do this. I can just. We can't. We can help him.
You need to let him go.
But he was my friend.
Yes, and he was my friend as well. But there's nothing we can do for him.
I have a quick question.
Go ahead.
During all that, was there any visual change or anything to me, or was
Nope.
it just like snap?
No, it was just that.
Okay. Instantaneous, basically.
Yep.
Okay. I feel like from what she was doing, there would have been like her from what it was at the end of the last session, like her almost not muttering, but like just a constant loop of why, how did I? And it's just like 1 second she just stops, just for like probably a second maybe. It's almost like she's just had something just sort of come into. Druids, just looks to Demetrius, sort of like in that person's direction. He's like, do you know the Druids area? I was told they could.
I know many druids. The ones you're talking about, they are sort of, they're closed off from the forest at the moment.
How
We can
do I
fix this if you come with me. I'll explain when we find a place to rest. He will not be back today.
yeah, okay. And it's just constant like that sort of hyper breathing.
No. Choose if you're burying a friend or taking him with us. It's bad to stay out here at night.
I'm assuming that Osiris and I are far enough away that we wouldn't have heard that conversation at
You
all.
are right next to Christine.
Okay, I'm gonna go with like the fact that at this point she's kind of tunnel visioned. The only person she can really hear right now is Osiris. But
Oh, sorry, go ahead, finish.
she's just sort of like
I'm blanking.
after a bit where she's like sort of trying to be like, no, we can't do this. She just sort of like stops and blanks, and then she's just like, okay, and she just gets up and carries him over to the grave.
Did he just sort of pointing at the person again? It's like, I don't know how work to need.
Your friend has brought up the idea that we can resurrect your friend, but we need to take the body with us.
She stops and turns around.
Is that a viable option?
The magic that is, I cannot cast myself. My clansmen are only associated with the stars. We need to go find the variety of humanoids like yourself, those druids. I've heard that there's a powerful one there that can cast that type of magic.
Let's do it then.
It'll be a bit risky and tiresome, and it won't happen today, but I'll need your assistance in order for that to happen. Now follow
Whatever
me.
you need.
And Demetrius starts heading in a way. You see, as you're traveling with him, that he seems to be stopping. Like, every 5 minutes it seems to be taking a second to look around and then eventually like perking up and then walking in a direction. It's a lot of zigzags and the lot. Feel free to ask any questions or whatever.
I would like to ask the party to all turn away from me and hand me Nerisian.
It's a matter of whether or not you're going to get Nerisian off me at this point.
Selena, I have a way to take him, because carrying him is going to hinder us if we end up in another fight. Just trust me.
Okay, I trust you. She hands him over.
And I wait for everyone to turn around.
She slowly turns around.
I don't think I'm registering what you're saying for Panaran.
Are you looking at me?
Not intentionally, but probably forward, and she's at the back, so take that as you will. It's up to you if you think she can see or not. She doesn't have that for reference. She doesn't have the best perception. It's only a +1, so probably not.
I will ask someone to physically turn her around. Anyone, just make her stop looking at me.
Demetrius.
Turn her around.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's almost like she's submissive in that sense. Like you like push her in a direction, she's like instantly turning without any like force or pushback, and just like staring off. It's like either like almost like she's either staring off into the distance or she's stuck in her own mind.
The party is about 10 feet, 15 feet separation between the two sections of it. Is anyone trying to peek?
Yes.
Not me.
No.
Right,
I want to get my Otter to try to peek as well.
Right, stealth and then...
Stealth and then auto stealth.
Stealth for Nerisian, right? And then just perception for those two.
Stealth for Nerisian?
Osiris, because he's doing...
Oh yeah, so stealth for Osiris and perception for Annex and the Otter.
Nerisian can roll stealth as well, you
Okay.
know.
Corpse is gonna stealth.
Disadvantage. You are a
For
body.
being corpse. Yeah, sure.
You
Nice.
fail.
You are incapacitated, so it is disadvantage.
You fail.
That's a pretty good roll.
Alright, what's Osiris doing, yeah?
Oh my god. There's the Otter.
Okay, so I gotta roll stealth first.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, what do they see?
Oh.
What do they see you do?
They see me put him in my bag of holding.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, Annex let out a little
That-
giggle.
That is. Oh god.
So a bag of holding does have a maximum width it can be stretched to,
Mhm.
and if you stretch it too far, it tears and breaks.
Right. But, he
But
is, like,
Nerisians are
kobold.
kobolds.
Wow.
So, you
It's the one creature that could probably fit inside of a bag of holding. So
you
yeah.
struggle a lot. You do it, and eventually you catch up with the rest of the group.
Alright, let's make our way then.
Eventually, as the
Sorry, real quick. Do I see her peek?
roll-
Make a perception check and
Straight
Annex.
giggling.
Yeah.
She is straight giggling after
What's your
thinking about it.
passive stealth then, X? What's your stealth plus 10?
Oh god. I have no idea. I've got +2 to Dex.
So,
What's your
at
stealth
least 12.
modifier?
God, let me find it. +2. Straight
Yeah,
up
so
+2.
12.
Just 12.
Roll your perception check.
Just get above a 10, Osiris, and you'll see it.
Oh,
You see it. Yeah, you notice that she, like, when you finish up with your thing, you turn and you see like the little bird eye as like two feathers close her past, like kind of hide behind like the wing. But yeah, you know she saw.
eventually, as the day passes on, you reach probably around late afternoon. The forest is beginning to become darker. You see lights appear in front of you, many lights, and you enter what looks like sort of a community of satyrs. Unlike everywhere else in the forest, there seems to be a large separation of trees. A large hole has been made for them to gaze up at the night sky. There are many buildings, and you see as Demetrius enters, a whole bunch of satyrs like drop whatever they're doing and run over to him. He seems to be trying to just push him away, as if he's not really wanting to deal with any of it. And he eventually makes his way to a central campfire where they seem to cook and feast every night. Eventually, the satyrs stop like bugging him and start moving to the lot of you, ushering you in. Sit, I'm here. Some of them speaking in a language you don't understand.
I follow them, do as I'm told, sit down, fold emotionlessly.
It'd be impolite to say no.
Yeah, I'll sit.
There seems to be a large stew has been made, and everyone gets a bowl and they start eating it. Mainly just Demetrius and you guys. He starts slurping his down. He starts like dipping bread into it and eating it, and seems to be having a good meal.
For a bit of flavor here, I will say I'm going all in on just trying to compare what flavors have been put into this, and almost, I want to say almost, it would be obsessively or compulsively? It'd be a compulsion almost. Just random fact. I thought it'd be nice.
Roll a nature check.
Yeah, but
Hey.
You taste game. There seems to be there might be a deer or rabbit in the stew. There's also a wide variety of herbs that you haven't tasted before. You've had similar things. It seems to be Mediterranean, European flavor. Very, very like Greek, Italian sort of food.
That's quite nice.
Demetrius looks at the lot of you. Do you want to talk business now? Or tomorrow morning after our rest?
I'm right to talk now.
I will be blunt about this. Would you prefer I'm out of the room while you're talking?
Just not having an input would suffice.
If that is what you prefer.
Alright, well, listen, I'll explain it if you ask questions, but I only would like to do it once. This forest, its directions this forest is controlled mainly by a celestial, a spirit, a constellation from a previous god that handles that handles the misdirections of the forest, and currently it seems to have been captured. I don't know who's done it, I don't know where it is, but I need to find it in order to complete the ritual for our village. Freeing it should allow the sovereignty of us to travel to the forest and find who we're looking for. It might even aid us in finding the druids you're talking about.
Like, if he like sort of looks at me and like when saying that, I feel like I'm just mostly just staring just at my food. I haven't touched it at all.
Basically, I'll need your assistance in finding the Celestial, freeing it, and hopefully it is kind-hearted enough to help us and open a path.
Do we have anything to go off of?
Other than a safe way to travel using the circles that the druids have sent up, not necessarily. He usually lives in the center of the forest, and we can get there using the sanctioned rings. The mushrooms in those rings both function as a field and sort of a guide to find more of them. If we can start finding ones that lead into the center of this forest, we should be making proper way. So, finding one of those is our top priority tomorrow. I suggest you all rest. Today has not been a good day. Even though sleep might not come, anything is better than nothing. He starts wandering off to a small.
Wait.
Mhm.
Do you know anything about a shrine in this forest? Devaja shrine.
Yes, there's one in the forest. I know of it. I know of its existence, but nothing more than that. The part of getting there is supposed to be the trial itself, so having a celestial on your side that can help you locate your way there, be able to help you with that.
Thank you.
Gives a nod. Feel free to put your blankets anywhere, bedrolls anywhere. This is a very open town community. He starts walking off to a tent close to the exit. Don't leave if you don't want to die. He enters his tent and sleeps. What is everyone else doing?
I just stay sitting where I was before.
Oh yeah, I've got something I'd like to do.
Yep.
I'd like to go up to Chef Galardet.
Good timing. I was about to walk out and stretch.
I have a question for you.
Be straight to the point. I don't like wasting time.
Why shouldn't I trust you?
Hmm?
Why shouldn't I trust you?
Have I given you a reason to distrust me?
Oh, and with that, I'd like to cast Detect Thoughts, please.
Okay, go ahead.
How deep are you probing?
Oh, all the way.
Roll that saving throw then.
Yep. What's the thing again?
The DC for the saving throw is.
Oh, wait,
15.
yeah, you do it anyway. Forgot about that. It says a success, so.
So I'm gonna say, just because this is a fun moment, there are currently 3 people with inspiration. Chef Guardi is one of them. If anyone wanted, they could use their inspiration to
You know
give them
what?
disadvantage on this check.
I'm
was
actually
gonna
going to give
ask people
inspiration for you to
inspiration.
re-roll it.
You can choose to fail. You don't have
No.
to.
No, I want to see if he can beat it, and I don't mind wasting this.
Okay.
It was more you re-roll it in this situation, so you'd be giving yourself disadvantage.
Fuck it. Yeah, you know what? Fail it. We'll just go that route. It's easier.
As,
Yep, so you can get deep.
What's your surface level thoughts there? Just so.
Towards the question he asked specifically?
Yeah.
Can you just restate the exact words?
Why shouldn't I trust you?
Isn't that a double negative?
It is, but it's specifically the way I want to word it.
Fuck, that's confusing me.
Basically, he's asking, why can he not trust you? So what are the first things that pops into Chef's head when you're asked why shouldn't he trust you?
And then we
Should
can
I
go into
bet?
the deep.
I will immediately, one of the thoughts going through my mind will be, should I mention the sending stone?
And then as you hear that, Osiris, you just go into like the subconscious of Chef Galardet. Many bubbles of thought are floating around. What exactly are you searching for?
Anything specific that's about that's a good question. Why she's here, why she's with us, what connection. Like, I'm aware that she's supposed to be looking for her brother, but so far everything she's done has just been strange and nothing like what Jakuba's done.
Right. So those 2 questions. Why is she with you, and what is her connection to Jakova? What are your thoughts on that matter, Chef Galardet?
I mean, flat out, I will say with getting deep in, you could easily tell I wasn't lying about finding Jakubra. That part is still part of my job. However, the brother part, you can quickly find out through the thoughts, is not exactly true. That answers one of the questions, I believe. So what was it? It was
It's why you're with the group, and then
Yep.
what's your connection with Jakova?
Right, so that answers the why. As for being with the group, I imagine the thoughts will be along the lines of, if I find as much info as I can with this group, I can let them go free and get people off their, get people's eyes off them for a long time.
Okay, well, because this lasts for a minute, and I understand this, and you know I'm in your head when this
Oh,
happens.
right. As for the physical response, look, truth be told, I don't have the best of answers here. It's either I lie to you or I tell you the truth. I wasn't joking with what happened with Nersian. He simply told me while we were away to make sure nothing falls upon you. And I was trying to keep my word there by simply telling him to quiet down.
That's why I'm not asking you.
Do you like what you see?
It's not enough. And I will ask, so you lied to us saying Jakubra was your brother. Why? Why do you really want him then, seeing as this connection is not real?
If you want a bit of honest truth, then let's play in the spot and I will literally let you ask. Not me. I will let you ask those that are in charge of me.
While your thing, a bubble next to you pops up and you see flashes of images as a PC, like this is all from perspective of Chef Gallardo. You see documentations, fragments, texts that read wanted criminal, and you see it starts flashing to a picture of a familiar halfling and Goliath combo wearing Tabris uniform, them handing over an object to her, and then her beginning her trek into Ghislaine via the train and all that stuff. As your thoughts, as you're looking at her thoughts.
So that Goliath and Halfling, were they the same two people that we sort of half ran into earlier?
Yep.
Okay. So this shows that she's in cahoots with the
Eyes.
whatever their name was.
Yeah, the eyes of Tabris.
Fine. And I will momentarily release the detect thoughts from her. Now I'll drop it entirely.
Okay. You drop the spell. And the two of you go off in another direction.
It just needs to be out of, essentially, earshot of the others. That's all I asked.
I'm assuming
Sorry.
Christine and Cyan are both in this catatonic state, so it's mainly just getting away from Annex. So
In that case, I probably wouldn't care what Annex is. So, if that's the case, then yeah, I'll reach into my bag, pull out the sending stone. Do you understand how one of these works?
Am I aware of how one of these works?
you have one in the group, so yes.
I am.
I had
Well.
one for Brala.
Go ahead. You've got exactly 25 words.
So you're doing this in view and hearing of us.
Only within Annex, assuming you two are asleep, so...
No, she's not asleep.
They're
She's
not
just
asleep, they're just
sitting.
not paying attention.
I wouldn't say she's not paying attention.
I
They
would
seem
argue
like they're not
maybe a
paying
perception check would be needed if you want to listen
Yeah,
in.
I was going to.
Yeah, go for it. Roll perception.
And then I'll leave it up to AJ's call because I'm not exactly hiding.
That's a pretty low roll.
It's a low roll, but it depends on what's asked. And yeah.
I'd say with a 7, you probably don't notice him pull out, the Chef Gallardo pull out the sending stone.
She's not looking. She might hear words.
Yeah, you
but
might hear what Osiris
whether
is
or not she
asking,
cares about them.
or you might hear parts of what Osiris is asking. So,
At this point, it's just more arguments, and she doesn't care.
so what's the 25 words? Did you need to think about that for a second?
Yeah, I will. I didn't expect that. That's
We
an
can
option.
briefly come back to this if you want to think for a moment. If someone else had something up, I guess.
Yeah, thanks.
So someone else take the floor.
The other non-catatonic member of the party. Hey, Annex, what are you doing right now?
I'm playing with my otter, man.
The otter is looking at you.
I'm gonna try to pet him and see how he reacts to that.
He
Why
sort of
let it not-
begrudgingly lets you do it. And then when you go, like, you pat him for about half a second. And then as you continue to he sort of just, like, grabs your hand and pushes him off. He's like, Oi! You got a lead, that's good.
Yeah?
This is in your head, by the way.
Okay. I'm gonna respond out loud still, just staring at my otter.
Go for it.
Just holding him in front of me and just talking to him. Yeah, we got a lead and...
Well, now that they know, are you gonna tell the others exactly what you're doing? They could help.
Man, this is... maybe... one of them, I don't know how she'd react to it.
Listen. All that's going on is Valorian's talking in my head. As you do this, as you do that, make sure she knows what she's doing. I just want to know what your deal is.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're not really vocal about anything that he asks about, except for that one thing. But now that you've got it, like, I think it's a good time for you to bond with everyone. Get them on your side. Valorian's light is the truth and all that.
Yeah.
Anyway. That's all I wanted to ask, but it seems like you found a way by accident. So, good job. Also, turn me back. I was good.
You wanna be an imp again?
Yeah.
Okay, just give me a second. I believe I still have the stuff to ritual class. Yeah, ritual class, I believe.
Beats a fucking otter. Can't even fly.
And I'll spend the time and I'll turn him back into an imp, as he was originally.
Ah, it's so good to have wings again. Ah, thank you.
Can I still pet you?
No.
Okay, but what if I do it anyway?
He flies into a tree, gets some sleep, and then he turns invisible.
Curiosity, where did you summon this?
Right in front of everyone. I've been sitting there talking to my otter,
Yeah,
and now my otter
yeah.
is an imp.
Yeah, just want to know, just for other people in the room, not me, just for other people.
Occupied, so
You think, like, if you think Selena cares about warlocks and stuff, I mean, she lived in Gislane.
Yeah, I know, but it's just more so as like, oh, imp.
She's used to this.
I'm not.
Have you thought of your 25 words yet, Osiris?
I am almost done.
Okay.
25 words is hard.
It is hard. It
It
actually
doesn't
is
have
really
to
hard
be
say.
25. You can go less.
You can
Well-
go XO.
I can put in a bit more filler here if you want.
I mean, up to you.
So, seeing as that's out, would you prefer to see what I can do in the meantime? I mean, I imagine some of your parties picked up on a few of the things that have happened that seemed a bit odd. Like that time a Genasi was around, or that one that was stalking the party. There was also that other Genasi that dragged your friend when they were drunk,
Interesting that you know about that when you weren't there.
wasn't there?
I
You're
mean, I'm
probing
going to
fairly deep.
assume it was you.
Is it possible, and I need to ask this, is it possible as a changeling to show different features temporarily, like very briefly?
I think.
I'd say, yeah.
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 You can partially shift your face if you wanted to.
Then
Like-
that's basically what I'll do. I'll split it half and half and just change through.
Like Mystique, how Mystique can change her
Mhm.
form on the fly.
Trust me, my talents are not for the combat, as you might have picked up.
Clearly. I have my 25 words, by the way.
Okay, we bought enough time. Good, let's
What
go.
are they?
Say 'em.
I'm
You
sorry.
can choose to telepathically. No, wait. No, you have to speak them out loud. Yeah, you receive a
Yeah.
telepathic response. So you speak them out loud.
I will say, your subordinate has caused issues with our party. I want something as compensation for her being here. We can get stuff done, but need recompense.
Damn.
Good luck with
Time
the
for
response on
response.
that.
You send that off, loud as you do. Selena, you sort of catch the latter half of that. as your perception wasn't that high, but you catch the latter half of what was said. Something about recompense. And you hear back shortly when Darren gives me an idea of what I need to say.
It's also saying it's like saying, do you need time?
No.
Okay, I'm just asking.
This is kind of why I've snuck off from the party a couple of times.
Buddy,
Oh.
if you know where the Leonin is, just bring it to us, and you can have recompense, whatever you mean by that.
They're straight to the point, aren't they?
I assume this is a one-time thing.
What?
Once a day.
Once a
The
day.
sending stone.
The stones are once a day.
Yeah.
I will then turn to Galadi. So why do you want him so bad then?
Me specifically?
You as a collective.
The eyes are after Jakura for... Well, let's just say he's the prime suspect in a couple of churches that were destroyed.
Upon Chakuvra, can I make a perception check to listen in?
The simple fact
Sure.
is, I'm just wanting to get information. I do not want to see him dead, but I do want to see him brought in under the eyes of judgment. If that isn't too wordplay for you. I want to believe that he might have good in him and maybe he'll be spared, but ultimately I do not pass down that power.
You hear that, Christine?
Is that a clear enough answer?
Yeah. You know, you could have just been upfront with this and then none of this would have happened.
That is not my type of work. That is the reason why I wasn't.
And look where it ended you, telling me anyway.
You would have found out eventually, I'm sure.
Well, and I just tap the top of my head with a finger. I have my ways.
Can I have my stone back?
Toss her the stone.
Thank you. If there is nothing else, then I would much rather go out and just get a bit of fresh air.
Enjoy your afternoon. And I walk off.
As you separate in your mind, you hear, her threats were sneaky.
I will say back, expecting no response. Yes, I'm aware.
Is anyone doing anything else for the night?
Depends if Christine wants to assault me.
You got a third critical inflict wounds in you, don't you, Kim?
Oh,
Do it!
Well, hold on, let me just roll my d20.
I'd like
real
to use
quick.
my inspiration to give her disadvantage.
It's okay, I got it.
That's fine, I could get the disadvantage myself if I needed it.
Oh, you don't have advantage anymore.
Huh?
Sorry, that doesn't have inspiration anymore.
Well, why do I have it? What?
Go play the game!
Oh, I thought
Oh, yeah.
Galadi was gonna. Okay.
No, we never used it.
Oh,
I
yeah,
just
that's right.
failed in the
Okay.
end.
Oh, yeah, my tick wasn't even there entirely. I don't. I don't like the problem is that like I don't know what to say because I don't know what to do. It's one of those things where it's like she's not moving on her own at this point. Like I think once she sat down, she's kind of just in that sort of tunnel vision, thought loop of like thinking of one thing, thinking how it got to there, and then it sort of spirals down from there. I sort of maybe like. After like while they're outside like having that conversation once they end and they just sort of go away, I just see her just like falling like kind of almost forward on like head onto the table and just like hands like on her head, just not like verbal, just like there is just pain but unsure how to process it. But that's it, really, honestly, and I don't see her moving from that spot for a while.
at that point, Selena gets up and just like finds a little spot to sit down with her blanket and just like meditates.
Okay. Alex, Girl ID, Osiris.
I'm gonna be heading to sleep as my aunt told me to.
Mm-hmm. It's just a quick quick stretch, breathe, and then find a spot where I'm not bothering the others to sleep.
As you all gaze up at the dump.
Sorry, one more time real quick. I'm going to go about 30 feet away from Christine, go in my shell and cast Detect Thoughts on her.
Deeper or
We'll go surface for now. I can do
surface? It's like static. It's just static with breaks of emotion. And you see, you feel and hear like sadness, guilt, slight twinges of anger, but nothing coherent on the surface level anyway.
I'll go deeper.
Alright,
Okay.
Christine, roll the saving throw, DC 14.
I fail.
Okay. What are you looking for? And you can take over from now. Christine.
I'm looking for reason behind it, and maybe see if there's anything in her subconscious that she doesn't even know about. What she is, or why
Oh.
she is.
Why is Christine?
That's an interesting one. Just I guess to sort of start with the very beginning, because I feel like after that I can only go so far. The why is a bit weird. It sort of goes back to like Ghislaine itself. It sort of goes through sort of irritations of like multiple different things from multiple different people. You can sort of feel like probably emotions being bottled, like so much from everything in Ghislaine moving forward from that. It's just constantly being pushed back, pushed down, let aside. You can probably see a few flashes of like moments where her power pulses, as you've seen before, and then like especially like within the forest and with a lot of yelling that has been occurring recently. It's just more and more pain, more and more, and then static returns from those particular visions, and it just sort of grows and grows until almost like white noise in that sense. And it's just like probably a feeling of just desperation and anger in one, and then silence, and then she's back to that sort of scene with Mercy and
As
from that.
As Christine is nodding off, as you're focusing still, like a blanket seems to like cover everything, like some sort of film. You're not really getting as much advantage as before, and then very soon afterwards you are cut off as if the spell was dispelled.
Oh. Oh.
Interesting.
As you
Well,
all,
get to that second part then.
as you all are staring up at the night, you see, for the first time in a while since we've been in the forest, constellations. They're pretty, they arise. You see major ones and stuff. The night sky is beautiful here. There is, not onto the level of, like, today, but there is still pollution in capital cities with lamps being turned on for streets and etc. But out in the forest it's very clear. And you all have a decent sleep. All but one.
Christine, as you sleep, your mind drifting through various dreams, you find yourself in a room. Candle sits on your desk, burning low as the shadows grow long. With what little light you have, you catch some movement in the corner of your eye. The mirror. What do?
God. I think sort of, even though she's like in this sort of static moment, she subconsciously at least realizes where she is. She'd probably I almost like how she first like had that interaction, like the first dream where she was actually free from her chains, she would just slowly move towards the mirror. This time, instead of like fear of like what's happening, it's more so just like a emptiness, really.
Looking into the mirror, you notice your reflection is fuzzy. A buzzing movement covers your entire body, though looking past yourself, the rest of the room is clear. When slam! The sudden sound behind you startles you, and you turn around. You see standing just inside your room, Neurasian, staring right at you.
Do you know who I am? Who I was to be? A god! Can you conceive of the amount of potential you've wasted, and how much of my time and effort is now squandered?
As he talks, you catch movement from around you. Small wisps of grass seem to sprout up from between the bricks at your feet.
I started from nothing, Christine. Nothing! And I got a bloody pirate ship stolen away from whatever home I've had. I grew up amongst cutthroats and thieves, and I beat them all. I got away from it and I made my way to your wonderful city, where I was still stuck in the gutter.
The stone starts to crack, spiderwebbing across the walls as branches start to snake into the room.
She's like slowly moving back and back, like into whatever corner she was in, like I'm just like tripped onto the floor and just like crawling backwards.
But even from the gutter, I dragged myself up. I worked, I tinkered, I studied, I learned. I got her right with magic and tools no one else thought of. Do you even know how many plans I now wasted? What I was going to make?
The roots break up from the ground, branches tear the walls, the stones break free and collapse, leaving you standing amongst rubble in a dark, foggy forest.
I was going to fly, Christine. I was going to fly.
As he says that, he starts to walk away. The fog surrounding you starts to close in, obscuring him from view.
Are you satisfied now?
His voice echoes from the distance, fading, gone. Silence closes in around you as the forest grows denser. Trees rise higher. Canopy starts to close in above you. The fog rolls in closer.
I can't believe it.
The sound catches you by surprise again. Off to your side, you see Selena, striding into view, standing tall and as regal as ever.
I have a sister. I barely even have a brother, given the few times I was even allowed to see him. I was always told duty comes first, Selena. Your life will be a hard one, but it will be a proud one to have lived. And with it, you will protect everyone, dying so others may live. It is hard to look forward to my own death, but I was going to do my duty. I was.
She moves across in front of you, looking up into the unseen sky. A tear rolls down her cheek.
I don't want to be selfish, but how can I leave her? She's been through so much already, locked away just like me, kept separate from the world as much as they could, locked away to hide our father's shame.
Anger flashes across her face as she crosses the small clearing again.
But I won't leave her. I won't let her be alone again. Now that we don't have court, I will be there for her. She's already trying to protect me. And I will protect her. We will help each other.
She slows to a stop.
How can I help her?
Silence starts to close in.
Was it wrong for me to hope?
As the words leave her mouth, the fog rushes in, wind roaring, a dense blanket blinds you.
My duty is all I am.
You can barely hear her over the wind. It continues buffeting you for what feels like hours before it suddenly stops. You open your eyes again and you see the mirror standing before you, all that remains of the rubble of your room. A faint light radiates off it as a slight hum catches your ear. The reflection from before starts to clear up and you see yourself. Suddenly you start to notice the skin in your reflection is growing darker, the pale white bleeding into a pinkish purple. As you stare, an ache starts to form in your temples. continues to steadily grow before suddenly it flares up, almost blinding you in pain. Blood pours down your face as two horns rip from your skin and grow up and out, curling back over your hair. The pain radiates down now, down your back and along your spine. It isn't slow this time. The searing heat grows quickly as you feel a weight behind you. In your reflection, you see a lithe tail snake out from your lower back, longer than your leg and with a slight barb on the end. As it ends, the pain starts to fade away. And looking in the mirror, you barely recognize yourself. You only realize now that you've fallen to your knees, and as you start to stand back up, you feel the ache growing again, this time in your chest and back. It's worse than before, worse even than the horns, as you feel the skin on your shoulders begin stretching, tearing. You cry out in pain as the skin bursts, blood flows freely down your back, soaking what remains of your shirt. The weight almost pulls you over as something wet and leathery falls against you. You bring your eyes up to the mirror again. Pinkish purple skin, curled horns, a long, barbed tail, and finally, a large pair of bat-like wings. Are you even looking at your own reflection anymore? Suddenly, chains spring up from beneath you, wrapping around your arms and legs, pulling your wings tight against your back, forcing you back to your knees. Crack. You hear a single twig snap from past the mirror. It distracts you for a moment, and the mirror itself starts to dissipate into fog. From behind it, you see, standing still, looking past you, Court. He doesn't say anything. He just stares forward.
Please. Say something.
This man, I can see you cared for him. From behind him, you see yourself, just as you normally are, step out from his silhouette. She runs a hand along his shoulders and arms, then across his chest as she moves to his other side, examining him. When you look at him, I can feel your guilt, your sorrow. I wonder what he'd say if he looked at you now. Well, no point wondering what will never be, and she waves a hand at him and he poofs into a cloud of fog. It swirls away and joins the rest around you. So tell me, she moves forward and sits down on a stump in front of you, looking down at your hunched form. Do you regret what you did? Well, you can't exactly take it back, so tell me.
I don't know how. I just...
You didn't mean to? You can't control your powers. That's what you're... Stop being a fool. It's unbecoming. She gets up and starts to walk around you. Your magic is in your blood. A hand runs along your back, still wet with blood. You can control it as easily as you walk or breathe. You just choose not to. Just like these chains. You do these yourself. She plucks one of the chains and the link snaps, as if it was paper, falling loose. I know why you hide from control, Christine. Because if you keep saying you can't control it, then the things you do later you regret, you can blame on your lack of control. Honestly, get up already. It's pathetic to see you hunched down there, and making excuses is so blasé. She moves back in front of you and sits again on the stump, waiting.
I feel like when she said, like, blaming it on my lack of control, like, she, like, her head goes down, like, she is hurt by that, like, but it's that sort of thing where it's just, like, it hurts because, like, I don't know if it's true, but it could be sort of thing subconsciously, and I feel like from that, she probably was initially struggling against the chains, and I feel like she'd not go limp, but sort of loosen up, still in pain, but from there the chains just kind of loosely just fall off her.
Look at that. Well, and she stands up. Start breathing or walking and get over it. You don't have to tell the others you did it on purpose. Don't be silly. You can lie to them. She leans in close, almost touching your face. But you can't lie to yourself. Dark void of her eyes starts to fill your vision. It drains away everything else around you, and you feel yourself falling. And you can't lie to me. You fall through nothing, spinning uncontrollably before suddenly slamming into something solid. You wake up.
Fuck all of you. Oh,
I mean, it was
God.
my idea.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Fuck all of you.
Am I allowed to have players for Sunday? Can you stop traumatizing her?
No.
No.
Oh,
I hated that. Oh,
You're
God.
welcome.
So yeah, everyone starts waking up. Do you wanna take a break so you can process that? Do you wanna do an early break?
I'm gonna take a quick. You can keep going for a couple minutes. I'm gonna go.
I think we'll take an early
That's
break.
dishes.
No, it's fine. We'll let everyone process.
Be happy.
Quick bio break, get a drink, get whatever. We'll just
Yeah.
give Kim a few minutes to process that.
So how'd you like it?
Y'all motherfuckers
How'd you
are
like it?
evil.
That was
How'd
kind
you
of
like
fun.
the death stream puzzle?
As I said, Jeremy, I came prepared.
somewhere.
Somewhere
Can't sing that. Just realized. Do not.
there.
Uh-huh.
No, you gotta hit him with the always look on the bright side of life.
Don't think you'd get copyrighted for that, actually. It's technically a comedy thing. It's... At least as far as I'm concerned, like, the creators wouldn't have any problem with someone singing it.
Yeah, I don't think they would.
It's just whoever owns the licensing right now.
Probably took place.
That's something that we can't really say now, Mira, but potentially.
Oh, great. Another charisma cast off.
Behold the consequences to your actions.
Alright.
I'm glad Jeremy finally dug in.
Well, I've got every reason to now.
Yeah. It's out there.
Yeah, that was fun.
I believe now is the perfect time for the when will you learn the consequences to your actions?
On fairness, Jeremy did learn. I wasn't, like, technically lying. I was just bending the truth.
You're also being unnecessary secretive, regardless of your organization.
Not my goal.
No, and that's totally fair.
I'm also gonna vacate for half a second. I'll be back in a little bit.
I have some small plans for when eventually you get further in the story, but preferably alive. Basically, I've discussed with the others what I plan to do about E, so...
We know. You'll find out. Everyone who isn't Sam.
Look, worst case scenario, she gets grilled up by a demon. Best case scenario, she doesn't.
Yeah, hopefully none of you get grilled up by the demon, but we'll see what happens.
Wait, there's a demon?
And is it a devil or a demon?
Yeah.
So yeah, how's everyone enjoying the game so far?
Oh, yeah. Well done, Mira. I believe that is spot on.
Though it took me a while to notice that you blurred out Nersian on the echo.
Yeah, have you noticed Nersian's blurred out?
Yeah, no, it took me to do that.
You should also realize AJ didn't do it right on his stream, but in every picture of Nersian, he is in black and white. Except the break time one, apparently.
It's actually fairly easy to do that to Nerissa, considering he is a black kobold.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hey,
Doesn't
Kimmy, you
change
back?
much.
Yeah.
You okay?
Oh, wait. Why?
I'm just
Timmy.
going to prepare to have someone Jaeger you on Sunday.
All I'm gonna say is, I did message AJ before session and said, are we prepared for Kim to be out of action for the entire session?
I think you honestly may have to be. Ugh.
I hated. I loved it, but I hated how you got them both to do that.
Yeah, I
Oh,
provided them scripts and instructions.
I hated that. I did it so well. Oh god. Hey, really gotta think twice before putting my own flaws into these characters.
Since AJ's AFK, I can begin without him to just get injury something. So people, if everyone's here, just put like type something random in chat, just so I know that everyone's active.
It's not
The dice
typing,
roll
there
also
you go.
works.
I'm gonna go roll a d20 as well.
Hey, Jody, what are you doing?
I'm gonna do what I was told.
6.
Damn, Osiris folding waters.
Apt.
Roll d4.
You know what I just realized though? Osiris at least realizes I'm not wanting that Artie isn't wanting to kill Jakuvra.
You know what? I'm kind of glad I didn't decide not to write today.
That's a good idea. Mim, you back? You still here? I'm gonna take that as a no.
Okay.
I mean, like, the whole, like, Tabris thing as well, it's like... I think, like, Selena's probably, if she knew that, she would be like, oh, we need to help you then. Because you're a lawgiver.
You'll
you
probably
were.
come to understand what I'm planning to do with Artie. Temporary character or not, I do intend to have some things going on there that might go against the law.
Well, all I know is that you work for, like, a group that follows the god of justice, so...
You know what you heard? That's basically the simple like.
Oh, I didn't hear that, so, like... But this is out of character.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying in character. You know what you overheard, and that's about it.
Yeah, she probably wouldn't take much of it in. She just assumed it was more arguing, and she didn't care.
The worst part is I kind of wanted to say a bit more, but like I was too choked up to say anything.
And it worked in
believe-
this situation.
I know.
I believe one of the instructions was, do not respond to Christine.
Oh no! Oh,
Yeah.
I would have yelled out too.
I mean,
that was the worst part.
we were in a dream, so...
I know, but
Oh,
holy
were
shit.
we?
Are you awake, Christine?
Dude, I love
I-
the dream. I love the dream spell. It's a great spell.
It is a great spell.
I actually love the dream spell.
Hey.
Can't wait till
but-
Osiris gets level, level 9 to get dream?
Yeah, it's like a 5th level spell or something. Yeah, I'm just gonna close down my notes today.
Tark would be an amazing addition to this campaign.
I don't need that right now.
Last time on Echoes, Christine got, what's it called? Unnecessarily, but necessarily, broken again.
Sleweth.
Sleuth. Got his mind wrecked.
Fuck you two! You do this shit to me, and then you say this! Fuck you both!
We love you too,
At
Queen.
least Jimmy has a reason to do it. What the fuck, dude?
I didn't get an option. I was told read a script, and then I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
I'll tell you, they didn't get the script until this morning. They didn't know what they were getting into.
Yeah.
I
No,
was in
I
bed,
knew I
like,
was getting
reading it.
I knew I was getting a script. I didn't know
Please
what
tell
it was
me your
gonna say.
first thoughts when you saw it, Tess.
I think I sent to AJ, holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
Kim,
Just
here's
realized
what
something.
she saw the script after I left for work, so I got home and the first thing Tess said to me,
You're a
are you...
psychopath.
Yeah.
This is more out of character, but all things considered, I feel like if that was the real spirit of Narisian, he'd be more pissed at the one he was attacking, honestly. But
I think honestly, yes.
I mean, it go
but
both
also-
ways, but
But also,
Yeah, but
like,
also, who killed him?
that's
yeah,
it.
exactly.
Christine?
Who's creating this image? It's not me, but it's part of me.
Yeah, no, I'm just simply
It's
saying.
your
if it was the-
subconscious, Kim. Stop attacking yourself.
I'm simply saying if it was the real spirit of Narisian, I imagine the hate would be split.
Dude, I'm
That's
not
what I'm
attacking
saying.
myself. Myself is attacking me. What the fuck were those words? Those words hurt me.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so Taz was like, holy fucking shit, and I just woke up. And I'm like, what? It's like, the script. I'm like, yeah, he's a cruel man when he needs to be. He's like, you don't say, Kim's gonna be destroyed. And I said, and that's only the parts you can see.
I had a 9-hour shift. I had to start like 20 minutes early because delivery guy came in with shit and was waiting on me to open. And then they got busy while I was alone, and then Fuck this.
Good start to the day.
Yeah, I'm mentally drained now. I think I
Mentally and emotionally and physically and subconsciously.
This must be what it's like for
Oh,
anyone
I can
to
share
suffer a
some pink
PTSD
notes.
flashback.
Oh, you gotta shit.
So,
We'll
well,
wait till after session for those.
yeah, but so
Okay.
we have a thing called pink notes. It's just jokes that we write. But while Darren was writing this at the start of the week, I wasn't part of it. I was doing the formatting for the rest of the session, so I just went back and forth writing small little notes in. Ones that we didn't keep to read were little parts, like right at the start when Narisia showed up. I had in brackets the sad Hokage music from Naruto plays, and Darren got rid of it because he says, "I'm gonna read it if you don't get rid of it."
Sure is raining a lot today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, you'll need to play Leaves from the Vine.
Leaves.
Oh,
It's
no!
fine. They fall so slow.
Just making sure everyone's here.
I am here. Don't worry.
You're missing a dot.
Dude, if like last
Is Mim here?
It's him. She's
dude, like if like last time it was static, now it's just empty.
So yeah, you all wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
Do I?
It's just one little thing. Mira here will be playing in Demetrius for combat stuff, but we'll be handling all the roleplay with that character and stuff.
Yeah, I'll probably
So-
go into detail about
Just so he doesn't
that
get bored.
later.
But yeah, his character will show up when it's suitable for him to do so. We'll start.
When
Let me
it
just
makes
get the
sense.
screen over. And we'll get back to the beginning. Yeah, so you all wake up. The sunlight blares down on the lot of you who are sleeping outside. It's a very nice, warm feeling. You see that as you wake up, Demetrius is ready to go.
I would have woken up like pretty much at first dawn and just like set my stuff up and then just like waited.
Yeah, anybody doing anything in the morning after they wake up?
Dimitri, you can select your
Yeah.
choice, by the way.
Morning stretches.
I'll
What- Oh, go ahead.
I'll sort of walk away from the party just a little bit and turn my back shell to them, and I'll just sort of take note of what Narisian had on his person.
As you...
Are you going to pull him out of the bag of holding to do so?
If I have to.
You will
Well,
have
his
to.
bag was separate from his stuff, so you can tell what's in his bag without having to grab his body out.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Which mainly contained a bunch of tinkering tools and clothes and stuff. Small letter. Yeah, tools, other things like that. I'll show you to it later. But all his inventions and stuff, they're on his person.
Yeah, no, I was just mostly looking if anything would be useful for this track is all. It'd be worth knowing. Anything.
A few
that's
rations.
Yeah, there's
more,
rations.
Well, he can't use them, can he?
Yeah, you
A
grab-
potion of healing.
Yeah, you grab the rations. You grab some potions of healing. I'll put them in the party inventory.
3 uses for fun familiar.
You don't have that.
Oh shit, what?
Actually,
No,
he had
I
three-
actually
he had-
literally bought this before I bought the other stuff. Before I took the feat.
Damn.
So he did. He went shopping and collected that stuff specifically in preparation.
Uh-huh. No, the tools required to cast Fire Familiar. Okay.
Oh, you
Not
know,
the
he had the
actual
charcoal and the
spells.
incense.
The
I don't have the
Sure.
spell.
components. Okay, that made a lot more sense.
Yeah, I got the components for it. I got 2 short swords. One of them is silvered.
I'd say they're on your body,
They're
as
on
that's
your
what
body.
you had on you when you died.
I'm just.
This is
yeah,
things in your
bag.
backpack.
So he has some candles. He has a bear trap. He has 2 bear traps. He has his backpack here. Let me just get his rations. He had 16 days worth of rations. Or maybe drop it up to 15 just in case. And yeah.
I believe I have Zarosha's book as well. I did mention that to Zarian.
Is it in your inventory?
It wasn't in my inventory, but I was the last one who had it.
Yeah, I don't think we had it passed around for people's inventories, but yeah, he had the Diary of Azra.
I'll just add a... Diary.
It was part around the beginning, but then after that, it
Zero.
wasn't moved.
Okay. I'll do a photocopy. You know what? I'll do a quick screen capture of what he's got, and you can grab what you want from that sheet later, after session and stuff like that. While Darian continues, what's going on?
Yeah, so for those who wake up crazy early, you hear a bit of a commotion, and this would be for like the one who woke up at dawn and stuff. As Demetrius is getting ready, you see some of the satyrs trying to talk to him in their language. You don't understand them, but after a while, he shoos them all away and they leave, and he continues getting ready, waiting for everyone else. So while then Osiris, you wake up and you start going through going through Nerusian's things. What is everyone else doing?
Like, I'm trying to think, like, I don't remember going to actually to a place of rest. Like, did I just basically sleep where I was?
Pretty much.
Okay. I feel like she would have woken up with a bit of a jolt. And then it's this sort of quick thing where it's like, she looks around just to see who's around, if anyone is around, like, directly near her. And then she just wants to look at her arm.
Your arm looks normal.
Touches the top of her head.
Your head is normal. No, your hair is where it was, with a bit of bedhead.
Tries to see if I still have a tail.
You don't feel anything behind you.
And it's like all sort of like slow movement from each like sort of spot, and it's like all while like extremely shaky. I feel like after that, the shaking will just kind of slow little by little. She then sort of stand up, get her stuff back onto her, and then just move out quietly, but just a bit, almost sheepishly.
Right, and Annex and Chef?
Stretches.
Fair. You get up,
I'm
you start
resting.
stretching. And
Okay,
Annex,
that much.
as you get up, Annex, and you start gathering your things and getting whatever preparations you want, you feel a weight land on your shoulders. If you look up a check, you don't see anything there, but you feel something resting on one of your shoulders. After some time, everyone gathers their things and you're ready to go. Does anyone want to do anything before you descend into the forest?
I'm just waiting next to Demetrios. Just waiting for everyone.
I think Demetrius would probably cast Good Berry and feed everybody.
Yeah,
he'll do that.
Makes sense. You go on a journey.
Yep. Everybody does not need to use a ration today.
Feel free to hold on to it if you don't want to eat it. It heals you a total of 1 hit point.
There's 10 and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Demetrius will keep the other 3.
6, because I don't count.
And then can you roll Demetrios a perception?
Yeah.
And as he goes, if you can see some mushrooms, point them out for me. It's our first goal. So if you're going to aid him in that, also roll perception.
I will.
I'll be up the front with him.
I feel like if I'm like given the good berry, it'd be like I just sort of hold it and then just quickly just eat on it, because I didn't eat anything last rest really.
Demetrios and Cyrus sort of just fade over the mushrooms, and but girl ID, you find it and point it out, and it's like, well, if you want me to lead you all, you can. If anyone is better at looking for small items, then go ahead in front of me. I can guide you as to which way to go and such, but finding the trail is a different thing altogether.
I trust you have more experience in these forests than us.
Well, then I will lead. So, if you guys want to help Demetrius look for anything now, he will have advantage. You've chosen him to be the party leader, and he will
It will help as long as he asks, but otherwise I'll be quiet.
start making
I'll-
his way.
Be at the forefront helping.
Right, Dimitri, roll another perception with advantage.
And then also roll a d20 into the tower.
Yep.
Ooh, that's
As you walk, as Demetrius walks, he finds mushrooms, and he continues on to find them. And I'm just going to have a look at something, because I think I know what it is. Okay. You end up following this mushroom trail, and maybe about half a day in, it sort of just stops at this random tree, and is like, Scatta. Okay. Sorry, this one led to nothing. Let's go back for a little bit. And he turns around and leads you probably maybe another hour or so through the forest. If anyone's got anything scenes or anything to do, let us know. As travels back, and have another check roll, please.
I don't think I have a particular theme, but like throughout the travel, I mean, I'd probably end up, instead of being as far back as I was, I'd be a bit closer, but still kind of. Again, it's that sort of like sheepish look, like I know I've done something, like I know I've been like neglecting something, not really taking things in. And I feel like a lot of the times my vision just sort of captures Sina's direction and then just pivots away, but it constantly does that. That's probably it though.
Okay. Another d20 in the tower, Damien.
Oh, yeah.
Eventually, as you continue into the rest of the forest, it seems to be following trail after trail. Some of them leading him nowhere, some of them leading into like a conclave with a bunch of these mushrooms, and he's got to pick a path. And when it comes to that, he usually just stops for a minute and thinks, and then picks a direction and walks. For the day, it seems you're lost for the most part, as you find a rather large tree, probably big enough to hold 4 people in its hollow bottom. This place is as good as any for the night. Take watch and rests. I'll stay up first as he gets down and starts making the fire.
I can cover a nighttime rest. I just need to make sure to make morsels before we leave again.
I will take a late watch.
If that is the case, long rest is 8 hours, right?
Yep.
Well, let me just chuck this effect on for no real reason. I didn't chuck it on myself, but you get the idea.
As everyone settles in for another night.
I would like to try something else before bed.
Yep.
When Christine falls asleep,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to... both concentration. I don't think it's actually going to work.
What are you doing?
I want to try and cast Calm Emotions and then Detect Thoughts again.
Okay. Roll the...
They are both concentration.
Yeah.
Just one or the other, unfortunately.
I actually need to swap out to that spell, thanks for reminding me.
I'll just cast Calm Emotions
Okay.
and just let it go off.
Right, Christine, once you start going to sleep, you eventually find yourself into a fitful rest, like sleep. It's hard to stay asleep, and then you feel something kind of wash over you, and all those weird, kind of only way I can describe as spiky thoughts just flow away, and you find yourself succumbing to real, proper sleep.
I feel like in that sort of moment, like again, it's that sort of restless, like struggle, like that she's like portraying, and then when that sort of happens, there's just like not so much a smile, but like just a sort of the relaxation and then comfort almost.
Would anyone be sharing watch with me?
If you're late, who's got dark vision?
Technically, I will have access to dark vision.
I
don't
do
think
not.
I'm sleeping.
I don't,
I don't think I'm
believe
doing anything.
changelings get dark vision when they change.
Yes, but I have a way to get it, is what I'm saying. That was what I was doing before. The casserole literally
yeah,
gives me
okay.
8 hours of dark vision. So, just let me know when you need me to roll.
Cool. As night dawns, we have Demetrius first, and then we've got whoever's with him, then the two of you, and then as
So that's me and Adi.
you and RD, and then as morning comes, it's probably Osiris and whoever.
Yeah, I
wants to
typically
go with
take the
him.
morning shift.
If like Adi looks at me at all during this time, like you notice that like my eyes are like at a certain point, like her eyes are glowing like pale blue, like the entire tier of her eye. That's a
I
good roll.
could probably pick up on that while I'm looking.
It's pretty bright.
Uh-huh. Hey,
So it's pretty much the same color as her wings.
do you want to turn the lamps off?
Not something I can control, I'm afraid.
It doesn't seem like much is out here, from what I can tell at the moment.
It is definitely a quiet night.
Do we see anything at all, AJ?
You hear nature. You hear things traveling through the bushes and through the trees, but nothing really.
Is it a lovely noise?
Some of it.
Some of it. The wolf howls when they're in the distance are pretty nice to hear, but
How romantic.
but like an owl flying through you attacking something, not really calming in any way.
Depends on who you are.
I don't think anyone can get calm sounds from an owl in like screech mode.
Except an owl.
Yeah, fair.
As
Unless the owl was telling you to get fucked.
as morning comes, whoever's with Osiris and Osiris can roll me a perception, please.
I feel like it probably may consider I had a full sleep. If that's how it would work. Perception. Yeah, makes sense. She probably like gets up. Is very. How long does conversations last again? Remind me.
8 hours.
1 minute.
Oh, 1 minute? Oh,
Yeah.
a minute for you to sleep.
Well, it was a minute before sleep. She sort of wakes up in a bit of a almost daze and haze, and then she doesn't actually leave her bed. I feel she kind of just sits there and just sort of is looking. Probably notices you, and then just doesn't really say or do anything.
As Cyrus, you look around. Not close, but not too far away. Maybe decent 100, 150 feet. You see another large spider go across the glade. Doesn't notice you. It's just in the distance.
Just silently watch it pass. And then mumble under my breath, damned arachnids.
You're telling me. As Demetrius wakes up. Okay. When everyone else is like, do you want me to lead again? I'm fine. Not if you don't want me to.
You're probably the safest option to lead.
Okie get me another revenge roll and then into the tower. 1d20 me.
Oh, that sucks.
As he looks like, where are the mushrooms from yesterday? Oh, fuck. Well, looks like we're going blind for a little bit. And he sort of just walks in one direction. Just follow me. Let's keep quiet while we do so. Eventually, as the night progresses on, as the day progresses, probably around midday, you find another one of these clearings. No trees, mainly just stumps, nothing there. And he's just like, bravo, this is what we like to see. Rest for a bit. I need to find a line.
So moving into this clearing, you guys do recognize it's very similar to one you rested in a few days ago. Large open area with the stumps and everything, and it's not hard to see the large ring of mushrooms almost the whole way around the clearing. You found another rest site.
We'll just sort of wander off to the side a bit, like to one of the stumps, sit down, like close my eyes and start like muttering something under my breath.
Okay. If anyone is anyone like with Demetrius? He's walking around, or Demetrius?
Yeah, I'll stick with Demetrius, trying to get a lay of whatever this crazy land is.
As he turns over, he looks like, oh, it's actually good to tell someone this. So, the rings like these protect your magic from the druids. There's a ley line that these mushrooms grow on that sort of concentrate this magic. And it goes inwards to the city, inwards to the center. So now that we found one, it's going to be a lot easier to find more of these, and also a way to where we need to go.
That's convenient.
The druids are smart. They may not seem like it, but they're incredibly intelligent and devious with their designs. And I'll have him roll another check, but you still got a couple. You guys have got like a 15-minute break sort of deal.
Another check in the tower?
Yes, please.
Yep.
But also perception advantage.
Yep.
This old forest's supposed to be hiding something. Don't know what though. But now that time's up, let's go.
As soon as I hear like any commotion of people getting up, I just instantly snap out of it, grab my things, and walk to the front of the group.
As the day starts traveling around 3 o'clock, you're only traveling for 3 hours, you see another small clearing, one similar to one you were in before. So this one's got a couple trees, not many of them there, but there's this ring of mushrooms and a shack. A wooden shack in the middle of this ring.
What's a wooden statue of a basketball player doing here?
Obviously, he's getting 3-pointers.
No, that's fair.
He's using great video games.
I would assume we're on the right path.
As you all walk in here, don't you step one goddamn step closer, you liver-bellied scum-suckers.
Joy.
As sitting on the tree is an Alfolk, bow drawn, arrows pointing at you, one eye. May I ask you what you're doing perusing in my side of this forest?
You'll have to forgive us, we're a bit lost.
Still got the bow trained on you, but he sort of jumps down from the tree, lands on the ground. As you look around, you see a whole bunch of arrows just littered around, like, the inside of trees. And not even just, like, on them. Like, those little gnarled holes that I was talking about before. Just like, clusters of arrows and only them. Tight spaces. Maybe ones that you could fit 2 or 3 hours in if you're good enough. And he's just like, lost? How'd you fuck up so badly to get lost in this clear, simple forest?
Because this is our first time in it.
And some of us aren't as familiar with magic.
Listen, I trust you as bad as I can shoot you. So, kindly get the fuck off my property.
I'll turn to Demetrius. Is this commonplace?
I have not met this man before. So no.
Mhm.
Have you been all around this forest to have met this man in the first place?
This is like my 3rd day out of my village.
You know what, that's fair.
May
It's his
I,
first time on the job, man.
before we depart, may I ask you one quick question, sir?
Quickly.
Would you happen to know any recommended advice for getting to the center of this place?
Follow the mushrooms.
Going past your current place or back the way we came, though?
That depends on the forest. Or you could fly. That helps. Jumps up in
That
the
is
air.
fair.
Flies past the tree line.
Yeah, you'll realize at this point that this isn't a Kanku, this is an Aarakocra.
Yeah.
Were you aware of this, Demetrius, about the flying perch?
If you stay above it, yes, you're not going to be affected. But if you go up in the tree line and then come back down, you might end up in an entirely different place than when you began.
Well, it's still good to keep in mind. He was lovely, don't you think?
No. But I can't fault him for that.
I guess we best just get moving like he suggested.
Okay. Demetrius, another roll. And then into the tower.
Perception with advantage.
Unless someone is choosing not to help you. Which I'm assuming not, so yes.
Selena is helping the whole time.
Thank you.
The number's
20.
slowly going up.
As you continue through the forest, you get darker trees start appearing. More and more webs are also appearing as you're moving through this, following this line. You start noticing about maybe an hour or so after you start walking, and he's just like, now, if the spiders are connected to what's going on, like I think they are, this is a good sign.
And presumably if they're not, this is a horrible sign.
If it's not, we might have a sticky situation. And as he does that, you will hear rustling in the nearby trees.
Do we see what's causing it?
Roll perception.
I instantly want to cast Mage Armor.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Cyrus, it could be any number of creatures, like it's a forest.
I feel like I would like to see
You see, Christine, you see like a small glow in one bush of soft, faint blue glow in one tree, and then it disappears, and then another one appears like maybe 10 feet further ahead of you.
She just watches.
I'm gonna roll perception as well.
Like, yeah, she'll just sort of keep track of it, just watch.
As you all... Oh, I'm just going to do this. Get the map up and going. Well, it's the marching order. No, Demetrius is at the front, and Osiris is next to him, and so was...
I was pretty close to the front, yeah.
And where's Annex, Chef Galadi, and Christine?
I mean, I imagine I'm probably further towards the back, so...
As you do, Selena, you see long insectoid legs poking out of some of the trees, and eventually you just see on the ground a small grouping of them, like maybe, by small I mean, it seems like small at first, 2, and then it becomes 4, then 6, then almost like 100, as you see large amounts of spiders all at once on the ground floor coming in towards you.
We need to be prepared. There's something coming for us. Something dangerous.
So you all look around. There are spiders afoot, and I would like for everyone to roll an initiative.
I'm gonna use my inspiration to roll
Oh,
with
heck.
advantage.
Go for it.
I wish I had that.
Cool.
That's better. Yep. Alright. Top of the tip-top order is Christine.
Cool.
Thanks for the raid, Crater. That's how you say it, silly.
Oh my god, big raid.
11 people. Welcome to the encounter.
So yeah, I feel like this is gonna be interesting. She's like she hasn't really shown differencing like of her like highs and lows. It's been more sort of a medium, but like with just a bit of a sullen down phase. She's going to probably just move 5, 10, 15.
Mhm.
Like with a look of understanding, she's raised her arms, weave energy around her, and in a cone of energy that sort of ignites from her fingertips, she's going to cast Burning Hands.
Okay, go ahead.
This is part of my ratio ability, so it's based on it's a charisma anyway. So
One succeeds, one fails.
cool. I can only cast it at the base level.
15, right? You do 8 fire damage to one of them. One takes 4. Some of them burn brightly. The others don't really take that damage.
Sorry, can I have a question actually because
Mhm.
I didn't even think about that. Does a racial spell still count as a spell in terms of the 2 spells a turn? Just
Yes.
yeah, okay, yeah. Good. I keep thinking about that. And then yeah, just more so just standing there like just ready to just do something. But yeah, just that's really it. She doesn't have a bonus action to use right now. That's her turn.
Okay. Osiris, you're up.
I will. I will cast Phantasmal Force on one of the spiders because I want this to work. It's never worked.
Go ahead. Does Phantasmal Force have an intelligence
Requirement.
requirement?
I
Skimming
believe-
through it, it doesn't say it does.
Okay. They roll the saving throw. Can you assist him? You can certainly try. They fail.
Cool. So what the spider, right? Yeah.
Spiders. The whole
Spiders.
swarm.
What the spiders see is a cloud of almost their size, like flock of birds that are just gonna start like pecking at them individually.
Okay. Let me just read how that spell, how the damage on that spell works real quickly. There's no effect on the phantoms.
It perceives the
Okay.
damage as
Yeah.
type appropriate to the illusion.
Right, yeah, go ahead and roll the 1d6. You do 3 psychic damage to the spiders, and they all just start. They all start skittering away. Half of them are dead at this point. The others just seem to like moving in random directions right now.
And as a bonus action, I will inspire Demetrius.
Okay. 1 second. Oh, much better. Okay.
Me and RD are restrained.
Oh, good.
I'll just say to him, see, you haven't led us into a total trap.
Okay.
Not yet.
Next up, Spider One, Aragog One, skitters down from the tree, falling flat, and is going to run up to you and go for a bite. Click on the right sheet, it would. Acha! Actually, would have advantage because you did not see it. Second attack. Oops. Alright, you guys are in for a bite. It starts penetrating into your save, doesn't really work. Follow up is second Aragog. Skitters and goes against Christine. "13 hits. Christine takes 3 piercing damage and then makes a Constitution saving throw. And succeeds. And is not poisoned. No, you take poison damage, it's halved. But you don't have the other bad thing. You take 3 poison damage as a Shofgar turn.
Am I still restrained?
You shouldn't be. I don't know why you
It doesn't go off on the long rest. You have to remove that one.
weren't restrained to begin with, but that's the problem.
I was from our last combat encounter.
Same
She
here.
was one of the few that got webbed.
Yeah,
Anyway, I'm going
same
to.
with Selena.
So, bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and trigger this, my herbal green tea, which is a morsel. So, that's on me as I step forward and go for a swing.
Right, go for it. You hit. And do 3
And do shit all.
the rapier damage as you stab into it with your rapier. Doesn't care for it.
And that's literally all I can do. Good luck.
Alright. Annex.
I think she's back. Yeah.
Feel
damage
magic.
you hit. So you do Eldritch Blast. You do
Ooh,
11
nice
piercing
damage.
damage to Aragog 1 and it dies.
Nice work.
You get your thing for that. Your Dark One's Blessing. So put that on. And that's... Got a bonus action you want to do? Right. Next is Demetrius.
Is going to bonus action Starry Form. And as an action, he will.
What starry form is he doing?
He's gonna do Archer.
You see as everyone looks, you see as small little motes of light appear on his frame, taking the form of a humanoid.
And I believe he's gonna pull out his map. He's gonna unfurl it, and out from the map comes a guiding bolt. Star map guiding bolt. Hark! Oh, I can't target shit unless it's in the.
This is not technically controlling the character.
What?
It's not technically controlling the character, so we can't target them.
He is.
There you go, Demi.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
And the large energy comes out from the from the map, and it misses.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Okay. This one drops down behind Osiris.
Oh,
Goes in
hey,
for
cutie.
attack.
I found the blue light.
Hits.
I would like to reaction cutting words.
Right, roll the d20. No, the d6. Reduced by 2 damage. Well, 2 damage or 2 to hit?
To hit.
2 to hit.
Does a 19 hit?
Oh, yeah, it's do it.
Then hits.
Does a 19 do it for you?
You do 5 damage. Make the Constitution saving throw. Which you fail. You take 48 poison damage, which turns out to be 12. But that's it. And then in bonus actions,
I can do that.
you can get a hit? Yeah. That's a crit.
Cool, that's good timing.
I call that karma.
You take 15.
Yeah, I call that karma.
You take 15 piercing damage. Constitution saving throw.
15.
You succeed.
I think I'm still down.
But you take 10 poison damage, and as you do, you are stable but poisoned for an hour. Paralyzed, I mean. And then also slate up.
Ah, just disappeared. That's annoying. Alright. Let's change what I want to do, but I'm going to wing up. That one. And, well, phase beast things disappeared, so I'm going to cast... I'm also quick and spell, sorry. I probably should have mentioned that before. And I will cast... Move down... Oh shit, I can't do that. Hang on. Sorry. I didn't mean to... whatever I just did then.
You just put your AC back on yourself.
That's fine.
You already had that anyway.
About there. And I'm going to cast a chromatic orb. Just a standard at the Aragog 2. Ice.
Okay, go for it. You generate a snowball in your hand.
It's more like just an icy, like sort of like see-through, sort of icy orb.
You lodge it, it hits.
Thank you.
Does 11 damage, Narago Crew dies.
And like this time, like I've got like the glowing blue eyes and everything again, like sort of similar to how it happened with the bullet. And that's my turn.
Alright. Swarm of Insects 1 moves up to Demetrius.
Oh, my radiant
Doesn't
damage.
matter, kill me.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, you have to do that first.
Yeah, that was my bad.
She just forgot to press the button.
I thought I did, but I pressed the tick. Sorry.
Oh, good. Goes in to bite Demetrius. It hits. They take less than half HP, so they take 2d4 piercing damage. You take 6. We go to the tip top of the order. Christine, You need to do nothing. You're just unconscious. Osiris.
Alright, So, first things first, the insects one is still what my phantasmal force is on. So it takes the damage for that.
Oh, wait a second. Is it feared phantasmal force?
I don't think
I don't think so. Okay, continue. I'm just making sure I didn't accidentally wrong place when I didn't need to. You do some more psychic damage as the birds are pecking most of them. Some of them are just dying because of the shock, and it's left with a few, maybe 10 or so spiders left in this little pile.
I will then, I don't know if this is going to be worth it, I will then drop my concentration on that and cast Detect Thoughts, searching for that spider.
Okay.
I can search for anything within 30 feet of us that's got an intelligence of 3 or higher, or speaks a language.
You
Just in case.
hear anything. You hear Demetrius and all your friends, you don't feel anything else.
Okay. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Next up is Chef Galadi.
Step past him, I guess.
Yep.
And do a strike.
Okay.
Do I miss the tiny spiders?
You do miss the tiny spiders.
That's impressive in weird ways. Thank you. Have a nice life.
Swarm 4 will run up to Selena. Go for a bite. Miss. As it bites down, this field that just goes on top of you with your major armor does not allow it to do so. As it's now Annex's
I
turn.
don't even flinch.
You hit with the Eldritch Blast. You hit the swarm of insects near Selena. You do 7 force damage as you blow apart most of them away. Anything else? Okay, Demetrius.
Alright, here I am once again. I'm gonna... okay, this is viable. Yeah, he's gonna... take a... I have to... because I'm pretty sure I have to... Yeah.
Do you have a question, dude?
Action disengage. I'm gonna move away.
Yep, you action disengage.
And as my bonus action, I'm gonna archer shoot this thing.
Okay. As your burn, yep, go ahead.
Yeah, so... +2? Oh, no.
There should be an attack already for building into it. You can open up your starting form.
Yeah. No, it just didn't... It didn't drop in. That was the...
What?
Yeah, first.
I already put the archer one on.
Okay.
You hit. You do 9 damage. As this bolt of radiant energy kills the swarm.
Yep. That'll be it.
Yeah. pushes Demetrius back. Goes into bite Annex. Actually, what's the... Is there rules? There is no rules. Yeah, pushes you back. Miss should be an advantage, because jumping.
And I burning hands. Sorry, not burning hands, but
Hello should be. Go for it. Misses it anyway, but you... does Helicaboosh... Does it have to hit you to do that?
Has to hit. Yeah.
Has to take damage.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, yeah. So you see as you start to flare up, but then realize nothing's actually done anything. That's its turn. This one flumps. Goes to bite Selena. 16 and a 13. 16 hits though. Oof. You take 12 piercing damage. And fail the Constitution saving throw.
Oh, good.
And you take...
Oh,
Wait,
what?
wait, did you just... AJ.
No!
AJ, did you...
What the fuck?
AJ, how much damage was the poison?
30.
What?
Bye.
That's
What?
just great, ain't it?
Oh my god. He's just furiously typing Darian like fuck.
You're dead. Sorry for that.
Sorry about that.
Cyrus, as you turn around, you see Selena get bitten. Bluish poison seems to enter her body, and then she just falls to the ground.
Realize I double muted there. I was going to offer up my inspiration to reroll it, but I think it's a bit late now you've said that.
Yeah.
To reroll the attack.
Yeah.
The attack or the saving throw?
I
Save.
could have
Probably
used
would've
my
been the
fucking
saving
favored
throw.
by the gods for that.
You could have.
Yeah,
I
no, I
didn't.
double muted, so I couldn't say it. That's my bad, sorry.
Well,
Alright.
do you want to?
If it's up to you as DMs if you allow it.
It's up to AJ.
I can allow it.
Then would you like to attempt to reroll the saving throw?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And make sure that add that favored.
Yes.
Do it
I
anyway.
want the favored.
Just do it anyway.
Yeah, I kind of
Oh
like my
my-
campaigns to keep going, so...
Oh my god, please. I don't want that either.
Go ahead, roll another
Mhm.
neither D
Con save.
Constitution saving throw.
Add it.
And I'll add the 2d4.
Christine
Add
just
it.
finds out
Please
here
don't
she has
kill me.
17.
17, I think, is enough, yeah? So you take
Oh.
15 damage. You exceeded by 23. So,
Jesus.
so you had 7 before.
So you're dying.
So you're on 8, but you're stable and paralyzed.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh
I
my
like
god.
I like how she's no, you know what? I've got words I need to mull over.
Yeah, maybe don't talk.
Motherfucker, I was just bad.
Dead. Stable. Paralyzed.
Alright, Sheffield ID. Oh no, oh sorry, you saw this. The two sisters are down.
Fuck.
Your DPS is down. Need a healer.
Yeah, okay.
They're also down.
Thank
This
you,
is
Sam.
not a good place to be in. I will, as a bonus action, cast Healing Word at 2nd level.
On who?
On Selena, we need healed.
Okay.
Alright. Roll that heal.
Oh my god.
You heal for
7 hit points.
And, oh, this so is not a good idea. I've got to do something. I will walk up to this phase spider and I'll fucking hit it, I guess.
You have advantage, you're flanking it. You hit?
Fuck you, Jack.
Our rolls are not with us today.
No.
It's the opposite of last week with that double crit inflict wounds, but
I haven't had chance to roll.
nope.
Anything else?
No,
You wanna
it's
use
my
the rest of
entire
your
turn.
Alrighty.
But move away, attack opportunity, die like last time. Yeah, no.
Alright, Chef Galladay.
The big ones are still there, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, they're still existing.
Okay, so I'm gonna move down, step past here, and I was gonna use my morsel for something else, but I might as well see if I can get some damage out of it. So that
It fails.
sweet. That means it gets the effect as well. Not
Takes
that the effect matters.
7 damage and has just saving throw in its concentration checks.
Yep, and that's literally all I can do. Yeah.
Swarm of insects goes to bite Chef Galladay. Misses as it bites into the armor. Annex.
God, the rolls for us have not been well.
It fails. As you cast a Mind Sliver into the spider.
Take 6 psychic damage.
Yep. And does it have the effect on there?
I don't have access. Wait, unless I've done. No, the effect's not in it. So it just has a negative one.
Okay,
before
I'll
it
make,
goes until my next turn. Or until my next turn.
Alright. Demetrius, you're up.
Yeah. Okay. So Selena is stabled.
I'm back up.
You back up. I thought you were paralyzed still.
She is.
Poison.
Oh yeah, I'm paralyzed. Okay.
Alright. I don't care. He's gonna go 1, 2.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Lesser restoration. You're no longer paralyzed.
Thank you.
Okay. Still poisoned.
Yep.
I don't know.
The poison,
It's damage.
the poison is what does the paralyze, so the poison
Yeah,
would
so-
also be gone.
Yep, so the poison
Yeah.
is gone. Okay.
Any bonus action, anything?
Yeah. Let's. Can I still have a starry form and wild shape into something else?
No, it's one or the other.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Well, with disadvantage, I'm gonna shoot this boy. The swarm of insects. Wait, no. You.
Okay, it misses.
You could add your inspiration to that.
Don't have inspiration. Oh,
Yes, you do.
yeah, let's add it.
Bitch, don't tell me what I gave you. I know what I gave you.
Roll a d6.
Body inspiration.
Hits.
Heck yeah.
Do 7 radiant damage to it.
Yep.
Still up. Face spider
turns.
1. Go and bite the bird. Misses and thump. Face spider 2. We'll go for a girl ID. Hit. Takes 11 piercing damage. Constitution saving throw.
That's a pass.
Succeed? Yep, I was just wondering whether the difficult ending, but I remembered. And thump. Same this time. You are prone on the ground.
I was going to do a big damage to this guy, but of course it had to go away. Alright. In that case, I can't hit this dude in front of me, and I'm prone. So, I guess...
You can get back
Can
up to half your
I-
movement.
Okay, that's fine. I'll get back up. And I believe I'm going to cure myself, because
Okay.
it's probably the best thing to do right now.
Put your hand to your heart.
Yeah.
You pledge allegiance to the flag.
Congratulations for not being dead. Bear with me one moment. I'll just go a first level cure wounds on myself.
You heal yourself for 6.
And I can't use an action to disengage, so the best I can do is just stay put. So that'll be my turn.
Christine, you're unconscious. Cyrus, while it was there, you heard the spider's thoughts, but then as soon as it thumped away, you couldn't hear it anymore.
Oh shit.
What was his thoughts?
Just attack. Go for the kill.
Okay.
You know, hunting things.
Just hunting things.
Gather
So, not
bodies.
a good thing.
Just spider stuff.
You know, spider thoughts.
Oh.
What type of web am I going to be? How high am I going to be on what drug when I make my web?
Well, perhaps this would be good. I will burn my last 2nd level spell for
Mhm.
another level 2 healing word.
Okay.
Who you throwing it at?
Christine,
The other
you heal up
person
for
that's
7.
unconscious.
It's another 7.
It's the same numbers as well.
Good one.
Yep.
Sevens.
7.
Wow, this session is just. Last session was great rolls to the party. This session, it's just dog shit. It's great.
Hey, I haven't rolled yet.
Chef Girl ID.
I made them roll.
Things going right.
Yep.
Poofed for now.
I guess I'll attack the one above me.
Okay.
Not even sure how many insects are left there.
You hit. It's probably about a good 50 or so. You slam down. You kill off another. Kill off another 20 or so of them. But they're still 30 strong.
Yeah, not much else to do.
Swarm goes and attacks back. Hits. You take 5 damage. And X's turn.
I'm gonna take a step down here and prepare an Eldritch Blast with my Curdling Shot.
Okay.
For the spiders to come back down.
Demetrius.
Yep. Who else is poisoned?
Selena. Christine.
Raise his hand.
But you can't. You're paralyzed. Kim.
Raises.
Tries
fuck
to
up.
raise hand.
You see the intent.
Shudders.
Just leave me down.
And Demetrius will use headbutt.
That's fair.
Wait, no, Demetrius cannot use headbutt.
Oh, you forgot that for Surf. Damn it.
No, he already used his action to heal you.
Clearly, he took strength. Normal
Ah.
typing.
True. I can guess, yeah.
Disadvantage guarding! No.
You miss.
Yep.
Alright. Is that it?
Yeah.
Thump.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
That would trigger an X's held action.
Yeah, Alex, do your blast while I do my blast.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Oh.
Anyone got a inspiration?
The only advantages I've got are my Tides of Chaos, sadly.
Okay, yeah, I think that might hit Demetrius, I don't know.
Take 22
Hey.
damage.
Hey Darren, remember how we were talking about how I could potentially resist poison?
I know, right? We should decide that one day.
we should really.
You
decide
critically
that one day.
succeed the poisons,
Oh, nice.
but you take half, which was 15, and now you are poisoned and paralyzed.
Alright, well.
Honestly, I'd say he's pretty good freaking value. He's gotten 2 people back up.
Yeah.
Good value. But
Soft 20 hits.
Is this
Cyrus
where we
takes
lose the party?
4. Hopefully not. Cyrus fails.
No!
You're gonna kill him now too.
It's nice knowing y'all.
You take 18 damage and you're unconscious and paralyzed.
Oh, how am I not dead?
I don't know.
You didn't
Luck of the
use die.
draw.
Selena's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna action disengage from this thing and fly up.
Oh no.
Alright, you fly up. How far? The canopy is
I'll-
about 20 feet above you, and if you go through that, you'll have disadvantage to attack the creatures below you.
I'll stick to. I'll go 20 feet up and then over here a little bit.
You're going all the way
That's
up,
what-
as in flight?
Yeah. Shooting just below the canopy, so you're 20 feet up.
Because I used my action, there's not much I can do right now, but at this point,
We could quicken spell again.
I don't think I have. Because did I quicken spell before? I'm pretty sure, and I don't think.
Points.
Pardon?
It's 2 sorcery points in your level 4, so you could do it twice. You didn't do anything else.
One
Your
sec.
extra sword.
Yeah, you should. You-
Yeah,
you
I'm
should
gonna
be
do
quick.
that then. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
High five.
Alright, so I'll do that.
Oh, actually, one
And-
second.
What?
Cyrus, what HP were you on before? Were you below
Uh,
half?
Yeah, I was below half.
Okay.
Was it a crit?
Yeah, it was. Oh no, that was the Demetrius.
Oh,
The soft
Which one?
20. Demetrius was a crit.
Was he also below half?
No, he was above half.
Okay, it doesn't matter. It was not max damage anyway.
Oh, Nelly. Alright. Let me see.
You guys want to play
I'm
D&D
going
next time?
to
Just play.
aim. I'm gonna aim. Oh, God. This whole situation, they're both like. Ugh. I'm gonna aim for Phase Spider 2,
Okay.
and I'm gonna hit it with a 2nd level chromatic orb.
Okay.
Please hit.
I believe.
Ah! Let's roll. I have
Can I use
nothing
my
that
favorite
can
button? No, I
like.
can't do
There's
that.
nothing I
It
can do that
misses.
can. Yeah, that's about right. That's all I got.
Okay.
The dice are not with y'all today.
No, they're really not.
Christine, you're prone. People are falling around you.
Do you want to take the paralyzed effect off me real quick?
No,
in
fuck
case?
you.
Fuck. In case of fuck shut up.
No, fuck you.
Yeah. Sort of. I guess like consciously I saw this all happening. I mean, at this point I feel like that sort of almost self-moping kind of just stops for a minute, stands up again confidently. She like holds up this magic. She is going to 2nd level inflict wounds with this creature.
It worked for you last time.
Do it.
So far, it has a
you.
100% success rate in killing things.
Do it. Okay. Do it 3 in a row. Go for it.
Let's make it.
Get the turkey.
Let's make it 400%.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Oh,
Do
that's
it.
an advantage?
Do it. Do it 3 in a row. 3 in a row. Let's go. Turkey. Fuck.
Still
Christine.
hits.
Exactly the same.
Christine, why are you worthless? Christine, you hit, but you still work.
It wasn't
Yeah,
about
like-
20.
I really
Fine.
hope the roll on the table is like damage allies around you and just kills us all.
Yeah, you do
That was
27 damage as you grab onto the face spider. As it looks like it's about to do what it's doing, you just grab onto one of the legs, grip hard, and then just becomes shriveled and dies like it was spread with bug spray.
Nice.
And then that's my action.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to. You move 3 allies. I'm gonna go 5.
Well, technically, it's a body.
Okay, I'll move
Small,
over the body.
magic
5,
there.
10, 15. Do I want to?
It's a yes or no question.
I'll just go 10T for now, and
Yep.
then that'll be my turn.
Cyrus, you don't have a turn. Chef Galladay, you do.
Welcome to my world.
I gotta roll a death saving throw, right?
Nope,
Nope.
you're paralyzed and stable.
Welcome to my
Oh,
world, buddy, where you do nothing.
The joys of spider venom.
As far as I see this, I have two choices: take an opportunity attack and attempt to grapple the other one, or get rid of the swarm of spiders.
Stomp on him.
And as far as I can tell, I can't do shit with the other ones. Yeah.
You hit. You bring down your rapier again, you do 8 damage. There's like 2 spiders left and they're mocking you.
One of them's flipping you off.
Anything else?
Anything else before you die?
What else can I do? Tell me, Pat.
Walk away.
You've already used your morsels.
Walking away does nothing. Can't do
Well,
my
I guess you hit.
morsels.
You know what, Snow? At least you hit.
no, being paralyzed does nothing.
It
Yeah, I
bites
know,
you.
it's really bad, isn't it?
The 2 spiders go either side of one leg. They bite heavy into it. And it's your turn. Your malt has returned back to a nice, pure white. You hit.
Kick his ass.
You do 13 damage. It's still up. Fuck you, Spruder. Fuck
Fair
you,
enough.
Spruder. Demetrius, you don't have a turn. Spruder, though?
Come on, come get me.
Oh. At least an XR has got full health.
Not anymore.
Did it really miss again?
Yeah, roll a 9.
Jesus Christ.
So
Alright.
as you're
Can't
going
see
to
it.
aim for it, it disappears once more.
Alrighty.
Well, these 2 spiders are giving Chef Galladay some trouble.
Trying to decide. I think I should go on damage control and start healing though. At this point. Let me see who's the closest. They're pretty much as far away from each other as both. I don't really know Demetrius, but he did heal me. But Osiris, I'm going to go to him.
Okay.
Sorry, Demetrius.
It's okay. I only just got you up from spider venom.
Don't know if I can reach you actually.
Dude, I could heal you. If I could heal you, I would. I don't have healing.
I can go
Right.
5 feet below.
So you could float above him and do it.
I could just touch him on the head, couldn't I?
You could drive by.
I'm gonna do that.
Fly
Alright,
it down
so
to 5 feet above everyone. Place your head, one hand on your heart, on the other hand as if you're an angel.
and I'm going 2nd level kill wounds.
Okay.
Second level chimkin nuggies.
I bring you the fresh chimkin nuggy.
You heal Osiris for 12.
I wish I could do more.
Okay.
And that's my turn. I'm probably
It's
putting
6
myself in
level.
great risk right now, but you know.
Christine, you're up.
These fucking spiders are ruining everything. These 2 fuckers.
Then deal with them.
Just step on them.
Yeah, but I kind of wanted to hold my action. Never mind.
Do
Um,
what you want. Don't let people bully you, Kim.
people are bullying me again. This is normal.
Just let your
Um,
dreams be dreams.
I'm basically, I'm going to. I'm going to.
And she crits.
Now we create
18 D10.
Can't get it.
I'm going to.
Do it. Oh, the best one.
With the magic still lingering from the last spell, I'm gonna raise up my hands.
Put
sort
it on
of-
your heart. Kill yourself.
Yeah, we're in 2nd level crit myself. I'm going to summon almost like a spectral hammer and ring an invisible bell as I cast for the dead.
A ding dong bing bong.
Succeed, fail. Tell me the odds.
Does it succeed or fail?
It fails.
Tell me the odds.
We'll start calling you Quasimodo.
Alright.
Dude.
You raise your hand over your head, you ring the necrotic bell of Toll the Dead, and as the note pierces the sky, they shrivel up and roll on your table.
I should really just have
Come
it
on,
permanently
come on.
up at this
Let's
point.
go.
Come on, Christine, kill me.
Come on, Christine.
Nice.
Hurt yourself and you'll everything.
As-
That's really good.
As you look at your hand, these intricate tattoos just appear on it, and they start glowing with ferocity.
Do I feel like at this point I have a rough knowledge of what's happening?
You know that whatever you hit next, you'll hit really hard.
Okay, so I'm getting understanding. Okay.
It, like interweaving with like these like long strands that this tattoo is some infernal which just says harm.
Okay. Cool. That is my turn.
So,
You're
Shift
paralyzed,
Paralyzed,
you
you have a
Christine,
turn.
get me.
Sorry.
Shift Paralyzed, it's your turn.
Hey, if I rolled a kill wounds, does that technically count?
No.
AJ, this is a very
Go back up
weird
to the
question.
Go back up to the
Okay.
sides.
Would it be possible that I'd potentially have something with a similar smell to peppermint in my morsel bag?
Sure. It's not a very hard herb to find.
Okay, I'm going to light that peppermint and create as strong a smelling smoke as I can.
Okay.
I'm going on my knowledge that spiders hate the smell of peppermint, and it
Yeah,
generally
that's
smells
true.
them. So,
Nice,
do you want me to
thanks,
do a
Dave.
check for this?
You know what? Make a nature check.
It's just kind of lighting stuff, so...
Okay.
Nature check to see how quickly you can get it lit.
Hmm. I mean, I have a tinderbox and all that, but...
You quickly get your tinderbox, you strike some of the herbs down, you lay it in front of you, hoping that it will be enough. You'll find out on their turn. Annex.
Repairing a Eldritch Blast again when it comes back down.
Alright, Demetrius, you're paralyzed. Flop.
Go for an annex.
This is
Too bad it's a
disadvantage 'cause it's right next to me.
Yep.
You got it.
You
Hits.
bloody hit with
Nice.
advantage. The one person rolling good.
Yeah.
Kill it.
I rolled fine.
Amazing.
Nice.
So you, Annex, you're sitting there, waiting, listening carefully to the rustling of the leaves behind around you. You hear that slight as you recognize this thing.
And then
You
you just
turn-
hear, BEHIND! You quickly put your hand above the imp and blast the spider.
Yep.
Combat is over.
I give
As you have a little imp sitting on your shoulders,
Yeah.
watching your back.
I'll give him a fist bump if he'll take it.
He gives it back.
He gives
Fist
it
bump.
Hell yeah.
I'm guessing we're. Oh, it's my turn anyway, is it? No? Hang on.
Yeah, it's your
Uh,
turn.
I'm gonna move into the center. And I'm going to start preparing Prayer of Healing.
Okay. You start
I'm gonna
spending
rub peppermint on people.
10 minutes to cast the spell.
I'm assuming like after like a few seconds, the sort of tattoos just fade away, right?
Yep. She refers to it as Little Valorian, but it has another name that it's said.
I assume no one... I imagine Christine might stop me trying to rub peppermint on them, but...
No, I don't stop anything.
Well, in that case, I'm going around trying to rub peppermint on people.
You
Oh no,
are
if you're going to do it on
at
her, then yes, she will move back. From you. Like,
340 experience.
she
for
just
that
takes a
combat.
step back. She's
What's
just
that?
got a
We
look.
leveled.
It would
30
be
HP for everyone.
it would be adorable, Mira, but the process of becoming an imp takes a bit longer than like a day.
Yeah, regarding what she said
Actually,
earlier,
just double check.
I'm banned from using fire in forests after previous events.
Potentially.
No, you're not.
So what is everyone doing? Selena sits down and starts casting this magic. It takes 10 minutes. In that 10-minute period, what is everyone else doing?
Everyone
stay
heals,
Excluding
paralyzed.
excluding the 2 paralyzed people.
everyone heals 13.
Everyone as well, I think, including myself.
Yep.
He cannot do anything in response as you poke him. How gingerly is your poke?
I mean, I got talents.
So not gingerly at all.
That's
Probably
fair.
not.
His
Is
eyes-
it like a rigid paralysis, or is it like all muscles go lax paralysis?
It's a lax one. For you, you just got no control of everybody. They can like flop you around if they really want to, but
I imagine Demetrius would come to smelling like peppermint.
everyone else is as Mira said, everyone's sinuses are cleared. You're not gonna get no asthma today. You'll have
That's
some
one of them's
menthol.
allergic to peppermint.
Yeah, I'm allergic to peppermint. I die.
Culinarist.
Again?
Again.
Back from
He's
the
double
grave.
dead.
He's double.
But straight
He's
back
double
in.
dead and double de-damaged.
Listen, I'm upset at all of you allowing Selena to not die. Like, you're really bad players. You should just let her die. We had things for that.
I've been through enough today.
Hey, look, her quest
Kidding.
was to die, and we just stopped her.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows if that was the thing? Huh? You didn't know.
I
Okay.
don't want to know. Thank you very
Anyway.
much.
So 10 minutes pass.
10 minutes. It was an hour, I think.
Well,
maybe.
so 10 minutes pass, the spell goes off, everyone gets that healing. If you haven't applied it, apply it. If you haven't applied it,
I've already
don't apply it
applied it.
again.
I've already
There you
applied
go. The other two aren't moving. What are the rest of you doing? The floppy Osiris and the floppy Demetrius.
I feel like this is
Floppy Ramboy.
sort of similar to what happened before, so I'm just gonna just sit down and just kind of, yeah, just sort of, you sit down, knees up, and just sort of hold them. That's really it.
I'll just move back down to the ground. Oh, I would have done that beforehand, actually. I'll just
Yeah.
note, because I don't think my thingy would have lasted as long. And just move the two paralyzed people into, like, a comfortable position for them.
Do we technically take a short rest here?
It's up to the party if they want to sit here and take a short rest.
We've got to wait for the
Depends how
people
long
who
we
are
get, that's what I'm
paralyzed.
asking.
Last time it took an hour, so I'm assuming.
Because if the length would constitute at least a short rest, then I'm restoring my morsels.
So, if the party's going to sit here and wait for the paralysis to expire, other players may take a short rest.
So, Kimmy, what did you say that you were holding me?
No, I just said I'm just gonna sit. I'm just gonna sit
Ah,
down
right.
next to you. I've got my knees up and I'm just holding my knees.
No.
I'm holding you, cradling you, waiting for you to get better.
Just
Good luck.
push his turtle
Or
bits back
hunt
into
down.
the shell. Come on.
Please,
He's safest in there.
I've got a Goliath for that shell.
Yeah, and it keeps poking away, but after an hour,
I'll roll a hit die.
yeah, roll hit die, roll healing if you need to. Those people who are
I'll do.
not paralyzed.
How long does that last? That is 1 hour, so that is gone.
I don't get anything else on a short rest.
Yep. So yeah, the paralysis eventually expires.
And short 1 hit die.
I immediately go back into my shell.
So, Demetrius. You back with us?
Oh, Demetrius is not here right now. Please leave a message till the end gets back.
Yes, I am up. Thank you for waiting.
Well, if you can move, should we move?
He looks around at the web-coded everything in all directions and goes, yes, we should follow the mushrooms.
And, question is, do you happen to know if their webs are flammable?
All webs are flammable.
How flammable?
Do not light them on fire.
Okay, there's an emergency plan. Got it.
Oh shit! I casted it second level, not first. Now I'll remember that next time.
Thank you for this info.
I'm ready to go when everyone else is.
So you continue on your way?
Yeah, do the rolls, Dingy.
Oh, I'm still in the shell.
Okay, what are you doing, Osiris? You're in the shell, everyone else is getting ready to go.
Trying to sort my shit out.
Okay.
For the
I
almost
fucking
dying.
hate spiders.
I feel like I'm kind of just like waiting while he's in his shell, just sort of sitting.
The starry form fades. The constellation that appears on Demetrius' body just disappears. And so do the wings.
Everybody in the party's got PTSD, post-traumatic spider disorder.
How long does Osiris take to get himself back in the right level of mental fortitude?
A little bit. I'll say like maybe about 15 minutes.
Okay.
There's like after a certain point when we're all waiting, Selena just comes over and is like, "We need to go. It's dangerous out here.
Yeah, but it's safe in here.
Not for the rest of us. Wouldn't it be great if we all had shells?"
you don't know, you can try and fit. Shuffles the set.
Yeah, I climb out. Like, alright, hurry up. I'm so fucking over spiders.
Demetrius takes the lead as he heads
Demetrius.
off deeper into the forest again. The darkened trees grow even darker as the sun starts to set. Demi, make the check with advantage and roll into the tower again.
Okay.
Oh, D20 with perception with advantage and then a D20 into the tower.
Yeah. Fuck me. Like, ever since I took over this character, it's been dog shit.
I think everyone's
That's just been
characters'
today,
roles
Martin.
have been bad except for Annex's.
I've been pretty alright.
Yeah, he's been okay.
As
I haven't
Demetrius
touched him in
limps
days.
through the forest, he finds another trail of mushrooms. They find a much smaller inn, or a much smaller ring, probably about half the size that you've seen already, but then collapses almost immediately onto a stump and just put his head back. As he seems to be, he's still a little bit injured from before.
I'm just gonna tick off a ration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what do you all do? You reach this ring, he just walks in and basically collapses in the middle of it.
I'll get to work on preparing us something to calm our nerves.
I still have some spell slots, so I'm going to heal Demetrius. In fact, I might heal him with my prayer of healing, actually, because I haven't used that yet. No, so not my prayer healing. Sorry,
Yeah.
Your healing hands.
healing hands. Yep.
Put your arm on his shoulder. Let the blue radiant light seep through it. I will note that this one is not as safe as the rest. It's smaller, which means it's closer to the center. And if I'm right about the spiders, things like the ethicaps and the blue ones could pass through here. So if you're on watch tonight, keep very clear.
I have my casseroles ready.
As you all dine on food. Is there anything anyone wants to do? Have a scene? Or shall we skip into the watches?
There is one thing I'd like to do, but it's when everyone is asleep again.
Okay.
I'll just note that like Selena is still like really distant from the group. Like she's kind of just sitting off on her own for the most part.
I think before sleep occurs, I will offer to anyone that wants to watch but doesn't have dark vision. I can offer at least myself and one other the potential for dark vision.
If that's offered to me, I'd just be like, I can see quite well in the dark, thank you.
It's just anyone in the party, so.
I'll take it.
Annex doesn't have dark vision?
Our characters don't know.
Oh, then okay, that will cover myself at Annex then.
I don't really have a scene in mind, but I do, at least at the moment, want to try to get myself on some more watch with Selena.
If the attempt is made, she's not going to rebut it.
Alright, well, it is early evening, it's getting darker. Who's going to make the first watch?
Demetrius will stay up because he can't do middle night watches, so he does the first one. So have him roll the perception check.
Yep, no advantage.
Unless no one else
Nope.
is giving you. Okay. You drew a 20. He looks around. Doesn't seem to be anything in the first section of the night. He's doing a late night shift.
I guess it possibly be me and Annex. In which case, I will give Annex the thing.
Night vision, yep.
Yep. So
Yeah.
you get
Alright.
disadvantage and Annex roll flat.
Oh, I'm saying we both have it because I can
Oh,
use two
okay.
morsels at once.
Go for it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if she wanted to roll with the advantage for being elf, I would allow it.
Well,
Well, you did do that, so you can roll with advantage, Annex.
Yeah, just roll it again.
roll again, Alex. Oh my god.
You are spending the entire night talking to little Val,
Huh.
and like you eat the carrot stew that Chef Galadu makes.
Yeah, you've got your dark vision, but your eyes are now focused on how visibly well you can see your imp at night.
Yeah,
He's visible.
And Chef Galadu is like, she's a bird. She's got good eyesight. She can handle the watch part. And you are just staring at her, talking at this imp in her hands.
I imagine I'm possibly using this time while trusting her to make sure I'm prepared for the next day.
Yep. And 30 hours later, it goes into morning shift as you see the break of the blue light. Yeah, actually roll for Azzy as well. Annex.
I would assume he doesn't have advantage.
What are the chances?
As you're like, hey, let's play a little. He's just like, shh. Did you not hear him? This shit's dangerous.
This is amazing.
You're lucky nothing came through the night.
Right, the second watch comes to an end.
Who's doing the last watch?
I guess it'll be us two.
Guess it'll be us, yeah.
Oh, those three.
I was waiting for
Yeah.
a moment when. Kristen
Well, we'll do
was
4
like,
watches.
"Do
We'll
it afterwards."
say Selena and Christine now, and then Osiris can go last.
Yeah. Okay.
And you'll be able to do what you need to do.
Yeah.
So as the two girls can have perception rolls from both of you.
I also want to I'd probably start off a little bit sort of to the side, sort of leaving her alone, and then I want to slowly just sort of move over and just sort of sit. She's not sitting facing her, but just sort of just getting near her.
That's what they look like now.
That's cool.
Tiny.
Yeah, tiny size.
I want to show what you guys saw. The face spiders, because they're the cool ones. The rest are just spiders.
And yeah, I just end up moving closer and closer. And yeah, just not really saying anything, but just every now and then just looking towards you, just checking up on you.
It's similar to that time when we spoke in the caves after the after I changed during the bullet attack. It's almost like there's just something missing.
And you think that's something that she can recognize?
Yeah, I mean, she noticed it last time. It would probably be it's just there's nothing there. There's no strong feeling. There's no that part of Selena is not really showing right now.
At that point, she'd sort of move herself, not next to you, in front of you, but in front of your vision, to just see for recognition.
Her eyes are glowing blue, and she's just doing her watch, looking around and sort of just, yeah.
And then reach out a little bit, hesitantly pull back, breathe.
We can't do this right now, Christine.
Retracts.
I'm sorry. I can't help you with this.
Nods. And just moves back to where she originally was. I rolled a 7.
Yeah, you
Nice.
distracted. Hey, Selena, draw me another perception check.
Sure.
after this conversation's over, at some point, maybe, you do have a brief glance over at Christine. And with your dark vision, you notice one slight difference. It's been hard to see throughout the day with the traveling and the rush of the combat, but you notice that some of the skin around her eyes is tinted a little bit. With your dark vision, unfortunately, everything is in black and white, so you can't really tell what, but it seems like it's a little darker than the rest of the rest of her face.
And yeah, she'd probably just go back to the same position, just knees up, holding onto them, just head in, just like head down.
I'm assuming I would have noticed that when she was like directly in front of me.
Yeah, pretty much.
In that case, when she does move back, I'll just say, I think you've had another change.
She stops. Unlike last time where it was like searching to see what it was, she just sort of slumps and then just moves into that and just, she doesn't even like try to look, she's probably just assumes something bad's happened.
It's nothing serious. I just think you deserve to know this time.
I think I know what's to come. It doesn't. Thank you, but it's fine.
Don't worry. I'll stop it.
I don't know if that's possible.
I know it is.
How?
I'll stop this. I'll make it go away. Finish the trials, and I'll save you all. You don't have to be afraid.
She's like, yeah, she's just sort of looking after that. Probably still sees the glow in your eyes. Just shakes her head and just sort of goes back to sitting down.
Your watch eventually comes to an end. You don't spot anything. You do hear some rustling in the distance, but you're not able to figure out what's making it.
Oh, Nelly.
Osiris, you are eventually woken for your last and final watch as the sun is peeking over the clouds, over the horizon. The little bit of light you can get is helping you see. You can make your perception check and then do whatever it is you want to do.
Hell yeah.
You look around, you hear the same noises in a minute later, but you can't really see what it is.
Alright, I would like to go over to Christine.
One quick question before you do this.
Yes.
When you did it last time, do I know that you probed deeper or not?
Yes, every time I probe deeper, they know I'm in their mind. Oh, do they know I'm in their mind, or do they know their minds? No.
They know their mind is being probed.
Yeah.
Now my next question is, I don't know if she's actively seen you do stuff like that. I just need a reminder.
Okay.
I'd say you'd probably head to her. Probably like an hour into your watch, she hasn't gone back to lay down. She's just kind of still in her position, just on her bedroll.
Oh, okay. Alright, that changes things. Oh, nah, fuck it. Alright, I will approach Christine.
Her sleeping or her awake before?
Oh wait.
Well, you said you're up for like an hour, so would you fall asleep for the rest of the night?
It's up to you, dude. I mean,
That's what you think.
probably I would. I mean,
Yeah, so
but yeah, just for like initial hour, like she's still just kind of in her own thoughts. And just double backing onto like where Selena is, but with if you probably like see it, it's just with like a sad like guilt look.
I'm wondering whether I do this when you're awake or not then.
It's up to you. So you wait for her to fall asleep, or do you just go for it?
I'll just go for it.
Right. I'm assuming you're gonna be detecting thoughts, sir.
No.
Ooh.
I walk up next to her, sort of kneel down.
She'll notice you and look at you.
I don't 100% blame you. After all, when we discussed it ages back, I did say to let go, although I wasn't entirely aware of the parameters of how much that would happen. That's on me. But
It's fine. No one's to blame but me.
I am curious about something. I'm wondering if something's affecting you. And I would like the opportunity to see whether or not that's the case.
I mean, clearly something is. I mean, I don't know what to really tell you other than it's my own blood, my own heritage.
Then let me do this. And I will, it's gonna suck, but I will cast Calm Emotions on her.
Cast Modify Memory, yeah.
Not
No.
again.
And then I will, while she's going through the minute of that, I will then cast, if she'll let me touch her, cast Identify.
She's indifferent, so yes.
Interesting. Okay.
This is a quick 1 second.
One moment.
Yep, I'm looking that up
Throwing a
too.
spanner in the works.
Hold on,
Sorry,
I'm gonna
it's
look that
my
up.
go-to. What's the problem?
Everything.
No, it's just stuff that me and
Yeah.
I need to confirm what is revealed.
Yeah.
Okay. You feel some faint stuff, faint magical essence coming from the necklace. Because you didn't identify it itself, you can't really tell much other than that.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm trying to identify her specifically.
She... Is it like a fucking Ancestry.com
Fuck.
thing?
I think you do. I think, honestly, like, it's technically...
It's up to you guys. Depends whether you know.
Yeah,
You
I
think
know.
it's a legend lore.
This is mainly asking Darian. Is this like
No,
is this like
I think that's a yes,
an
because it is
Ancestry.com
a thing. It is a thing, right? Technically, yeah.
It detects the effects of magic
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and magical.
and it knows the magic.
Oh, actually.
You know that
One
there's,
Yeah,
you know that
that's what I'm
there's-
saying.
You know that there's inherent magic in her that's coming from another source, not of this mind. And enchantment magic is being... There's enchantment magic in her mind at the moment, like a spell. I'd modify memory has been placed on her brain.
You know that out of game, so it's like you're able to realize that there is something messing with her brain. It's enchantment magic, and with Identify, you know that spell is Modify Memory. The latent effects that are left behind after the spell is cast.
And you know that she's 30% human, 30% some other thing that you don't know, and like 40% devil.
Tiefling.
Tiefling.
That's like 50% Tiefling, 25% human, 25. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
That's her Ancestry.com, and she comes from Norway.
And her favorite
Norway.
jelly bean is orange for some reason.
Yeah.
It is.
As soon as I hear that, I'm
That's
like, your
nasty.
favorite jelly bean is orange? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh.
Osiris saying eating a bag of only black jelly beans like a fucking sinner.
Yep.
That's the correct answer. Only black jelly beans are the right bag of jelly beans.
End your life.
You only get Jelly Belly.
Pink, white, or get the fuck out.
Only
So you,
black.
you detect that.
You detect
Yeah.
all that.
Be quiet or I'm going on strike.
I thought that would take a bit longer, honestly.
No,
Osiris'
it was other
face
things
is
that to
just like,
discuss.
fucking what? He's got such a look of confusion on his face.
Identify does detect the traces of curses. And
Magic.
yeah, that's what would be left behind by the Modify Memory that she had happen to her.
She just looks at you like, what?
That is a lot.
I mean, I believe they said that it's all. I mean, I assume it is.
You have some shit going on in your head.
Tell me about it.
Okay, someone has fucked with your mind, literally. Figuratively?
No, literally.
Emotionally.
That wouldn't spark anything.
All of the above.
That wouldn't spark anything, I don't think. Actually, would that spark anything?
That's up to you to decide.
Like, I'm wondering, like,
Yes, unfortunately, the memories that were modified, they seem like they fit perfectly naturally.
yeah, that's the worst part. So I can't really. I mean, in what way? I have had so much. I almost like started. I just don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, here's what I know. So, I don't know if this is gonna help, but you're like, some parts human? No, was it 50% human, 25% tiefling, and 25% whatever the fuck?
25% human, 25% 50% tiefling.
Okay. So you're like some human, but you're like mostly. We know what tieflings are, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they common.
Yeah, you've
Yeah,
seen tieflings.
You're like half tiefling.
She's still indifferent.
And then there's a little bit of something else I've never come across, heard of, seen, know about.
That
I
makes
mean,
sense.
Which is
you
weird.
kind of know about like the fact that I've got weird pointy ears, and that we're half sisters. But whether or not you put two and two together,
That's true.
Probably.
Also, you, on top of your own magic, there's something else
Yeah.
aiding you, supplying you something.
You would know that's the tiefling blood.
Oh, that's the tiefling blood doing it.
She's pain.
You've also had modified memory cast on you, so that's weird.
Huh? Weird.
Oh, you're just gonna glaze over that?
She's indifferent.
You've had calm emotions put on you.
Indifferent. It says in the spell.
Yeah, it's actually good. No, actually, Kim,
Oh.
calm emotions last for 1 minute,
Yeah,
and
last for
casting
1
Identify
minute.
lasts for 1
Which
minute.
has
They
1
spells
minute.
Oh,
end
you can't-
It's
simultaneously.
more just a before thing.
Okay. I thought like you use an action to cast it instantly. Oh, never mind then. Carry on.
No, use
Now
ritual cast takes 11 minutes.
Carry on.
So you can be as
Uh,
different
okay.
as you want to be.
I feel like on that she's like, huh? Wait. What? My memory's been. She like sort of holds like her like right hand to her head.
Yeah, someone's played Scrabble in your brain.
But I mean, I don't know how. None of it really. Nothing seems off. I haven't seen many people at all. Like, unless father would. No.
Your father is the.
He wouldn't.
Am I aware her father's the king or not?
No, he's not.
Well,
You can probably tell by her voice and how she's spoken before. She's not talking about the king.
she's talking about the Archie,
Yeah, she's talking about Aki.
which you
But
know.
she-
Which I know has the capacity to cast 9th level spells.
Yes, but it's also
Big spell.
not. But that's not the school of magic that he did. Is what you remember from like the title that he got.
Okay.
I mean, like, I don't know who else. Since I mean, could someone have done it? Have I disappeared anywhere? Like since I mean, it could have been before meeting. I mean, the only one that would probably know would be. No. I don't know.
Yeah, well, neither do I, but that's what's going around in there, and it's probably not helping. I mean, if I were to
Can you-
assume,
Can you get rid of it?
I can do some research and find out ways I can try and get rid of it, but as of right now, I don't think I have the knowledge, the capacity, or the skill to. Unless you want to try a live lobotomy. You can give that a go.
She just like sort of reaches out to it, just like grabs your arms. Has there been any point potentially even like that? I may have not been around, or like I don't remember anything. But that's the problem. It does if it does that, I wouldn't remember. I feel like I feel like I should know something, and I don't. It's just overwhelming.
Yeah, no, I figured as much. Probably wouldn't help. Would I be able to put two and two together about what happened at the funeral? Because I wasn't actually there for that.
No. If you weren't there for it, you couldn't really put two and two to an event you weren't there for.
No, I mean me as a player, not me as a character. I don't know.
As a player, you do you. You put together what you want as a player.
As a player, you knew when I left.
No, I mean I don't because I wasn't there for that session.
Oh, I see.
That's what I mean. I don't know what actually happened.
You can think
You guys can just say
that.
no. That's fine.
You can think that, yes.
I'll say if you were there for the funeral, even though you weren't there for the session. You saw at one point the two sisters in Nerisian leave, and then come back a while later. But yeah, unfortunately, you weren't really there for everything that went on, even as a character.
I'll just keep it to myself. I won't draw that conclusion then.
Yep. She's
Well,
still
if you
like
give me
holding
some
on to
time. I'll do some research and I'll see what I can find.
Okay. She's like retracts a little bit, like puts her hands together.
Also, I will apologize about before. That was me in your head trying to find answers.
No, don't, please don't. I don't deserve apology. I mean, I don't. It's fine. I just, I can tell. It's just I don't know how to. I don't know if I don't know how to really approach anymore. I don't think I should. I don't think people want me to. I don't know if it's a good idea. I tried with Selena. I feel like something's wrong. It's almost like it's almost like she's not there. I can't. It's like tunnel vision, and I feel the night of what I did, like I almost I can't explain it. The dream itself was just so horrific. I felt like I could see multiple things at once. I don't know if that's just me interpreting what it may be, but something's telling me I've done something so wrong.
Now that's curious. Well, if it makes you feel any better, probably won't, but Nerisium was not much one for dwelling on crap.
As soon as you hear the name, you just see her wince, just in pain.
He, out of everyone, would not want to be dwelled upon. Remembered? Yes. Dwelled upon? I doubt. So the fact that you're doing this is probably doing something he doesn't like. So if you want to remember him and, let's say, try and repent for it, Stop feeling sorry for yourself.
No, there's no way I can repent for anything like that. No, there's.
Christine, with some of the things I've seen, with how long I've lived for, people are capable of coming back from whatever they're on. Especially people who live as short as life as you used to. Well, fixed to himself for a bit, tiefling, human. That's the name. Yeah, people who live as long as you do. And besides, with how short life is, there's no point dwelling on things that you can't change. If you could change it, perhaps. You can't. We're trying to rectify the problem here anyway. And we need people on their game. You've seen what happened earlier today.
Yeah.
Here, and I will cast one more use of calm emotions, and I'll go to bed. No, bed last, but I'll wait for everyone else to wake up, is what I'll do.
No more bed for you.
Just like after being hit, it's just like a sort of calm, like sort of demeanor, and then she just like says, "Thank you," and then just sort of leans down, just goes back, lays down.
Try and get whatever semblance of sleep will be left. Yesterday's going to be anything like today. It's going to be hell.
As Christine lies down to get the last few hours of sleep she can possibly get for the day, you all rise, wake up the next morning, have food once again. Can I get the advantage perception and the D20 into the tower, Demi?
Out of curiosity as well, just for asking, say, would Osiris have seen the change?
If he's staring at you, yes.
If he was looking at your face, yes. Yes, he
So,
would.
what was the change? I missed it.
So
seems to
around
be-
around her eyes, the skin is shifted from the usual pale white to a like kind of lightish pinkish purple. It basically looks like she has eyeshadow on.
No.
I would have made the comment. Well, I suppose your makeup game is still on fleek regardless.
Jesus Christ.
Would you actually say that?
He might not, but I will.
Okay, cool. Just checking. Just checking.
I love that.
Now, you know what? He will say it because I say it, and he's my character, and I get to tell him what to do.
I love
Okay,
that
cool.
so much.
I guess I'd say that you like just way before the convention, she would have just put her head down, like, and then sort of knowing, like, just like she knows and she doesn't want to think about it.
As Demetrius leads the group after finding another trail of mushrooms, you start walking for what looks like two or so hours. Or like everyone roll perception at this point.
Cool.
Oh, heck yeah. My first 20.
Demetrius, roll the perception of average.
It's pretty average.
Demetrius and Christine and RD and Selena, you all see the mushrooms. They seem to be more and more as if before they were light spreading, now it's like an actual like path made by a separation of two mushroom lines that are very dense. Selena especially, you just hear the faint rustling of something that sounds like chains.
There's something out there I can hear. Sounds sort of like chains. I'm going to cast Mage Armor.
Well, that sounds like our heading then.
As you continue walking in, you find a clearing
What the fuck is on that tractor?
where you see
Oh.
chains wrapping from the ground, vines and webs covering it, and what appears to be what looks like a celestial form or like a constellation form of a stag wrapped in these chains being pinned to the ground, and this standing over it.
He's a cute boy. Look at him. Look at him. He looks like he's gonna kill me.
I don't know if he is cute.
And,
Oh, no, what is that? Okay.
and with that, we won the session.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I was just getting excited.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, what comment? It's getting kind of late.
It is getting a bit late.
I changed it? Okay.
Oh, that's so
Okay.
cool.
Hey, sir, just, one little thing. The safety wheels are off.
Yeah, we noticed.
I already broke the
Yeah.
car.
So
Well,
yeah.
No.
Yeah. You have 2 weeks to prepare for that.
No, I don't.
Have fun.
I'm down 3 spell slots.
Yeah?
Yes,
Oh,
you are.
That's kind of why I wanted to do my thing before I went to sleep, just when everyone was like,
You were last watch.
You could have been first watch.
Doesn't matter. It's screwed
Thanks.
anyway.
Thanks everyone for joining
Hey,
us.
little
It was a session.
Yeah.
That happened. A lot of things happened. A lot of emotions were fought. And that's a good thing. Or is it? We'll find out.
What's it?
I'll say, before we leave, we mentioned the pink note.
The pink notes.
I would like to reveal my favorite one of the pink notes AJ wrote, which is it's the echoes were the friends we forgot along the way, or I guess this really was the echoes of the forgotten all along.
Fuck you.
I have one that's really funny that I can't say.
Because we're gonna use it for something
I was
else.
gonna use something else, but there's. But okay, so this is supposed to be at the point where fake Christine was like, I wonder what Court would say. So all these pink lines are something that Court would say. The first would be,
Aw.
damn!
Aww. I hate you.
My second favorite is, me llamo Court. ¿Cómo estás? Es un biblioteca.
He's in Spanish, bro.
And if you see a kid who might be young me that's coming after my sword, tell him I'm paying back when I get the money.
I like that one. I hate that one. I like that one. I hate it.
But
I hate it.
There's also I never told you what happened to your father.
you told me enough. You told me nothing. You told me you killed him.
No, your father is the king of Gizlane. Bit of a dick, but he has a heart, so maybe you should get to know him. He just has depression like you, so give him a chance.
And then Christine falls off the tree.
Oh my
Like and stuff.
Hold on. I just want
We-
to.
This was all happening while I was trying to write the dream, so it was very
Just gonna
distracting.
do this real quick. Oh,
Natural one.
no. Please.
You missed, Kim.
Just trying to
You
remember
missed.
who knew about Annex's goal here. I remember she told.
She told
Someone.
Osiris and
Yeah.
you.
I am the collector of knowledge.
Yeah, so the question is that Chain Devil the one we're after or the Celestial?
Both.
Both.
See, if that devil could be my patron.
We'll find out. As
That devil may know me.
we begin wrapping up. Thanks for coming. We're gonna have some fun. Tomorrow will be more Yakuza 0. I'm on session 7, I think. We're doing some more Majima shit. It's good. I love Majima. And I love Kiryu. The game's fantastic. We'll be back next Wednesday for Pokemon, hopefully. We've got Pokemon Gold. Yeah. Gold. Heart Gold. Nuzlocke. Randomizer. We're in Kanto now. We're up for the fun stuff. Thursday is more. There's no farm. 2 of them are going away. No farm next week. We'll think of something.
Sorry.
Fucking
I don't think I'm in the mood to think of something else right now. So...
Unfucking-believable.
I'm sorry, we're going on a honeymoon.
How dare you? You're not married
you
till January!
You two do this to me and then fuck off.
It's the
You're
only time
welcome.
we can do it. We'll be too busy afterwards.
Fuck you, Bo.
And then next week we'll be back for session 27, I think, of Icewind Dale Rama the Frost Maiden. They're having fun on a goddess's island. Let's see what the fucking stupid shit's going on there.
I'm glad you guys are having.
Just want to say that.
They'll
Glad you
probably
guys are
die.
having fun.
Yeah, they're
27,
gonna do
24.
treasure, and I'm just gonna stand there and do what I've been doing.
Session 24. And we're back in 2 weeks' time for Echoes of Forgotten Session 17. They're gonna fight Chain Devil.
I don't
Are
want
we?
to fight a train devil.
Thanks everyone who watched.
Yeah? Anything on Note Streamers you want to bring up? Anything cool, interesting, new?
I've got nothing.
Nah, not this time.
Alright. Other than that. Oh, wait. What's it stop for?
She said no.
No. Okay. Other than that, don't do drugs, stay in school, do whatever you want. I'm not your dad. I love you just as much, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.